So INEC uploaded credentials of people we basically run for election, this 2027 election. And of course, the one we catch the eye of a lot of people pass, the credentials of the presidential aspirants. And of course, the P2B credential, Atiku Abubakar credential, Shawari, the rest of them, all their credentials and should that is who them be, where they go school, waiting be the certificate when they obtain, waiting they do. But a particular credential catch the attention of Nigerians. Where don't they raise eyebrow now? As I talk to you, a former minister don't call on one of those candidates. Say, Oga, come and explain yourself. Waiting be your life from so time to so time. Why be saying nothing about them show for inside your credential? Well, I'm coming. I'll break down all of that to you. Plus, including say things that happen for Nigeria. As I speak to you like this now, Donald Trump, the United States, don't task the Nigerian government. Say, try as much as possible to protect Christians. And then they talk this one because of the attacks and killings will happen for inside Kaduna State. Waiting on concern Donald Trump, concern waiting happen for Nigeria again. That's a question where a lot of Nigerians they go ask. Cool, Dan. We'll talk about that. Plus, including all the things that way BC they happen for inside Nigeria. Well, I'm here nowadays to break them down. So sincere apologies for my hiatus, but I'm back now. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Updates with Precious. Another beautiful day to bring on an update of all the things with the share for inside our country, Nigeria. My name is Precious, as usual, and it is always sweet my belly to bring on an update of all of these things with the share for inside Nigeria. Now, in case it's your first time of joining us, Abana, welcome. You're welcome. I'll be one thing for you, but my voice don't cease. Okay, so if it's your first time of joining us, please, you're welcome. And sure, say you click on the subscription button, like and share this subscribe. If you be regular person, I beg like and share the post, I beg, so that we feel let more and more people they hear the things and we see what they do. We could just go take small break. When we come back, we'll dive straight into the matter. But before I begin bringing all those matters, you know the thing what they do, we can't enter inside the papers them to go see the things and where they share for inside Nigeria. So look at the dailies and the different stories and where they emanate from Nigeria, and then we will come back, begin talk of other things and where they happen for inside the country. That's which we will talk about after the break. Stay with us. This now Updates with Pressure, and it's always precious and it's always a pleasure to be with you every evening to bring on an update of things that happen for inside the country. Today's session will be very interactive, so I'll be looking forward to you joining in and then expressing yourself on the different conversation we BC we did get today. Well, let's get started. Since BC will not play montage, let's see if we can get started very quickly. Let's see what we have here very quickly. So looking at our first stop from the papers this evening. Yeah. So Dangote backs MRS, other Nigerian filling stations to reduce fuel prices. And then explain missing records in INEC form. Buhari's ex-minister challenges Tinubu. Ex-Adamawa Governor Umar Bindo resigns from ADC. What is going on in ADC now? Adamawa, and especially Adamawa State, will be their presidential candidate state. What is going on? That's a question where a lot of people they ask. Okay, so disregard Odeyemi. He doesn't represent IPAC or Shun Caretaker chair, tells INEC. And then still for inside the ADC, Begesi they on as ADC Southwest leaders demand removal of Arik Beshola as interim national secretary. Say, may then come out Arik Beshola saying he not be their national secretary. What's going on here? Meanwhile, Fubara was used. His instigators had no capacity to fight. Wiki Blues gods. Woo, let me protect my mental health, Joe. Oshun 2026 governorship debate cancelled. Oh my goodness. APC Gombe governorship candidates Guama petitions police Interpol over alleged online attacks. Ha! Wow. It is raining. It is raining. Oh, goodness me. Tinubu removed fuel subsidy, floated naira against dollar, then went to bed. Carlo Ajana, they talk, analysts, financial analysts. Not me talk, not be my handwriting. Okay. NNPCL releases financial statements, declares 535 billion naira profit after tax from 4.4 trillion naira revenue. All these profits, where our 310 trillion naira NNPC, when they make profits, where our 310,000 trillion naira. And by the way, waiting be this energy kilo day on they tell us when I spend money on, because that's another question when Nigerians ask of. What did you say? Energy security, energy what that you spent money on? What did you say? Energy security and energy what is again? you spent money on. So Nigerians only ask this question about and say, I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg. You people, don't be joking with our mental health. Come and tell us, what did you say you spent money on again? Well, let's go on. Oh, by the way, part of the things we could talk about now, waiting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu talks. So when he say, oh, look, there has been hunger in the land even before I was born. So one kilo, do you? Kilo hungry. Okay, I'm coming back to that conversation. Let's go on to what the papers are saying. So ISIS fighters overrun 2 Niger military bases. 38 soldiers confirmed. Jeez. 38 soldiers confirmed dead. 38 soldiers. 38 soldiers. Hey. Okay, let me just give you a little briefing on that. So at least 38 Nigerian soldiers were reportedly killed in 2 separate attacks by suspected Islamic State fighters on military positions in Niger State, raising fresh concerns over the growing threat posed by extremist groups across the country. Now, the developments were reported, of course. According to the report, the latest attack occurred on Friday, just yesterday, when suspected Islamic State fighters launched coordinated assault on a military position at Dankasari, located between, I think, Duchi and Yaya in Doso region. Now, the reports has it that attackers overran the forward operating base of the Nigerian Defense and Security Forces, FDS, after intense fighting. They further said that at least 21 soldiers were killed during the attack, while the number of injured missing personnel had yet to be confirmed. The consolidated casualty figure stood at about 21 soldiers. The number of wounded missing personnel was immediately not available, so the report said. Now, in a separate development, another attack again happened where about 17 people also died. I would bring the total number to about 38. We see like this. So it was also reported that attack came about hours after another deadly assault on the town of Nguigme in Diffa region, where 17 members of the Nigerian Defense and Security Forces, including the what do you call them now? Including an officer, rather, were reportedly killed in a separate attack, also blamed on suspected Islamic fighters. This is very worrisome. This is really, really, really very sad. I know see country be say good they lose soldiers like this way be say how would they manage? But we're not at war, and government we know they are war. I think say our president say the security don't normalize things, no they that bad again. Then why is this happening? For 38 soldiers to die within 2 days, that's no joke. Even for this Russia and Ukraine war, how many soldiers they die in 2 days? Well, that now waiting people they talk. Not be saying I may talk. So people have been complaining that how can Nigerian soldiers be dying in their numbers like this? But when they talk, say we know they're at war and we don't they win the war, or we don't they win the fight against insurgency or insecurity. Since we no one call them fight against terrorism. Well, Vice President Shettima urges Plateau elites to rally around Jang for lasting peace. And then Kanu bans keke riders from carrying female passengers on tricycles on tricycle sides. So you know, go sit down for that front seat again if you be female. NCDC launches manhunt for vandals who stole 1 million armored cable in Jigawa State. And Kaduna killings Nigerian Christians in Middle Belt. Say, make sure so on handle violence against Christians. Make sure. I'll come to that conversation. And then what Nigerians want is action on inflation, security, unemployment, not political rivalry. Give us action. Now, within ADC, they tell President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, Kano police recover suspected stolen solar inverter worth 59.2 million naira. Arrest suspect is thief inverter worth 59.2 million naira. Wow. Police arrest 2 wanted kidnap suspects in Anambra State. Let's see what we have here. Quite a lot of other insecurity issues, but let's move on very quickly to other cases because we get plenty of things ABC will go talk about today. Now, moving on to other papers very quickly. I clothed, fed you, Atiku Abubakar blast or fires back at Olusegun Obasanjo. Now, in case you never understand the gbasgbos they go on between former President Olusegun Obasanjo and Atiku Abubakar, you will know because recently Obasanjo only speak up about what he think about Atiku Abubakar and how he was a grave mistake for him. We be saying make we no suppose happen. Now, let me quickly take Atiku's response and I go back to Obasanjo's one. I may even play footages of what he said. Now, the presidential candidate of the African Democratic Congress (ADC) and former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has said that when former President Olusegun Obasanjo had little to his name after leaving prison, he, Atiku, fed and clothed Obasanjo, ensuring he lacked nothing. Okay. And then the revelation, of course, is coming on the heels of Olusegun Obasanjo's statement that he regretted picking Atiku as his vice. However, Atiku insisted that Obasanjo's latest attack was rooted in his bitterness over the collapse of his third-term agenda years ago. Said because Obasanjo did bitter say in third-term agenda fail, I make. Now, in a statement issued by Senior Special Assistants on Publication or Public Communication to Atiku Abubakar, Frank Shuaibu, Atiku said he watched Obasanjo's recent interview with sadness rather than anger. Recalling his personal history with the former president, Atiku said he stood by Obasanjo during his years in prison and supported his family and went further to clothe and care for him after his release before helping to build the political alliance that eventually produced his presidency. History records that while Chief Obasanjo was in prison, I stood firmly by him. I supported his family, worked tirelessly with other patriots for his release, and never wavered in the belief that he deserved his freedom. When he eventually regained his freedom, he had little to his name. I received him, clothed him, ensured he was properly cared for, and extended every support necessary to help him regain his footing, he said. So people don't talk now say, excuse me, sir, this reaction the way you make now, or this accusation way they give now, to talk, say, waiting himself accuse you, you saying that the things he said that you did are lies, his description of your character na lie, or because he feels say you do him favor, so making no talk true about the description of who you be. But that na questions that people don't begin ask for the streets of social media. Somebody now said, oh, it's like when you're a small child who perhaps those days you had gone to their house to eat, and then the person offends you, and you respond to that offense, and the person says, Shebi, it's you that used to come to our house to eat. What about treating the core of the matter? The things when BC address you, when talk say you do, you don't attend to them. Well, that's not question with people they talk about. Did you or do you? It's the way he explain you now your personality be that. Well, Fobara was a grave mistake. Wiki said, Jang shaped my political journey, says Governor Mutfwang. And let's see what we have here again. 2027, INEC displays Tinubu Shetima's credentials, calls for public scrutiny. Oh, now go agree me public scrutinize them. That's not the question. You release now, call for scrutiny. Will you agree for scrutiny? Because scrutiny is scrutinizing now. But would you agree? Well, that now waiting Nigerians just the talk. But let me take that news very quickly. As Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC has commenced the statutory remember, public display of academic credentials and personnel particulars submitted by President Bola Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima of the All Progressives Congress, for the position of presidential and vice presidential candidates of the 2027 election for the APC. Now, the commission said the exercise, which began on Saturday, is in line with Section 39, subsection 3 of the Electoral Act 2026, which requires it to publish candidates' particulars within 21 days of receipt. Then, from EC9 contains the credentials, personal particulars, and affidavits submitted by candidates sponsored by political parties, INEC stated. So documents made available at INEC offices nationwide detail Tinubu's academic and professional history. His form EC9 showed that he obtained a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration from Chicago State University in the United States, awarded with honors on June 22, 1979. Now, the former father captured his National Youth Service Corps records showing he served in Oyo State from December 1982 and was demobilized in November 1983. On his employment history, the documents listed 3 employees: Mobile Nigeria Limited, where he worked between 1983 and 1992, before leaving an account of advancement. Then Lagos State Government, of course, 1999 2007 as a governor, and then presidency. Now 3 places when you say work for in life, maybe that. So Deloitte's not there inside this one now. Now, entries for his primary and secondary school attendance were recorded as 0, 0, 0, 0, meaning say no secondary, no primary, all of those things, no day, with only his university qualification bearing a specific year. His personal information listed his date of birth as March 29, 1952, putting his age at 74. His birthplace as Lagos, his residential address as number 4 Queens Drive, Ikoyi, and his occupation as a politician. Now, Shettima's documents, by contrast, traced his educational history. I didn't write this, please. It's in Vanguard. Go to Vanguard. Now, as Vanguard use right time, I deliberately did not get it from Sahara Reporters or People's Gazette or any of those platforms. I am reading from Vanguard. It's a mainstream media. So please go and read it from Vanguard. I just thought to say that. Now, according to how they use right time for Vanguard, they now said, but on the contrast, Shettima own countries, everything where we school when go from beginning, reach now. Well, meanwhile, in your own, trace. That than waiting Vanguard, they try to. Let me read it exactly how they put it. Shettima's documents, by contrast, traced his education from the primary level. His certificate of primary education, that's his first school living, issued by the Ministry of Education of the defunct Northeastern states, showed he attended Lamisula Primary School between 1972 and 1978, placing second out of 22 pupils in his final year, with English, history, and religious knowledge listed among his strongest subjects. He was his West African Examination Council result, that is WAEC result, obtained at Government Secondary School, Potiskum, in June 1983, showed 6 credentials and passes, including distinction in religious knowledge and economics. He proceeded to the University of Maiduguri, graduating with a second-class upper division degree in agriculture in August 1989, before earning a Master of Science in Agriculture Economics from the University of Ibadan. His NYC discharge record showed he served between October 1989 and October 1990. Now, INEC noted that members of the public are entitled, that's what INEC said though, that members of the public are entitled to apply for certified true copies of the nominations forms and other documents submitted by candidates, and may seek legal redress where allegations of false declaration are or forgery arise. Now, so then you talk about. So the Commission's revised timetable indicates that campaigns for the Presidential and National Assembly election will begin August 19. I told you it was already going to start this month, with governorship and state assembly campaigns to follow later. Right. So Form EC9 contains the credentials, personal particulars, and affidavits submitted by candidates sponsored by political parties. In this country, you don't vote for individuals. You don't sponsor yourself for election. You are voted through your political party. Do you understand? And as I read this thing, now so then you put them for inside Vanguard. So you too can go and read your own. How you take care, my people? Kidnapped Benue seminarian escapes from abductors. So you don't escape, run. Congratulations to him, my brother. That was a great survival technique. Congratulations. 2027 elections. Your personal ambitions may hand Tinubu easy victory. Lookman wants Atiku and Obi, as 2 of them no great work together. Well, let's move on to other issues very quickly. Okay. Moving on to other issues. I will be opening the phone lines very, very quickly because I really would love us to deliberate on these issues today. I would really like me to talk about these things, make everybody get their say. One of the reminders is now World Cup over, yet Mexico hasn't approved Red Omokro's ambassadorial appointments. Nigerians are lamenting and talking about it. Meanwhile, US wants Nigerians against AI edited passport photos, digital alterations. Don't edit your photo. Leave them. Oh, now who won't go US now? That one can sign. National, the nation is battling inflation, insecurity, need solutions, not gifts. Now, Nigerians blast Tinubu over distribution of APC branded phones and party events as Nigerians' economic hardship worsens. Did you know that they have done President Bola Ahmed Tinubu branded phones? Like you have a phone that is branded to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That's how it is. Eh? So, and that now waiting people don't complain about. Say, hey, not be that phone, not be that thing that we need right now. The country they suffer, people they cry, no food, insecurity they on the rise. Let me quickly read that to you. So, Nigerians have slammed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and All Progressives Congress APC over a viral video showing the distribution of APC branded smartphones at a party event, arguing that Nigeria's current challenges requires practical solutions rather than gifts aimed at attracting public support. In fact, they talk a lot of other things, and I would like show you the phones and look on the CM by yourselves. I'll show you that very quickly, and then we move on. Because not just that, too. There was one Reverend Father too that they gifted a bag of rice. The Reverend Father talk with you no good. The Reverend Father talk, complain. But before we get to the Reverend Father, let me show you the smartphone. Beautiful smartphone. Watch it. Branded smartphone. Okay. I don't know whether the censor this one, so make a no go. So that says, so you see the phone, the owner made the CM, branded, mad phone, no, Android. Chai, they forget the Apple version too. Beautiful. So you see that? Well, so that's exactly what Nigerians are saying. At a time when Nigerians they go through a lot of things, so people they hungry, things tough for Nigerians. What should you be doing at this time? Should you not be looking at ways that you can alleviate the pains of people? Not be waiting to alleviate the pain of people. Now you're supposed to look at instead of you to the. So if you give people this one and then carry this phone today, how many Nigerians can you even gift to? How many Nigerians can you gift to? Can you gift it to every Nigerian? And the money we'll use do this thing. How about this money, be put into another use? How about if this money is put into rehabilitating our healthcare system? That's not questions when Nigerians they ask. How about if this money we use and do other things? People they cry. Businesses are suffering. People are complaining. I don't know if you saw that video of a businessman in Abuja whose property was demolished, and the man said quite a lot of things. I'll get to that. But let me show you what the Reverend Father said. Take a listen.
Just before the close of Mass this morning, I announced to parishioners who break through the rain to attend Mass this morning that they should come to the mission house, to the rectory, that I have something for them. So they are going to come immediately after prayer. They are done with prayers after Mass. They are going to come this morning. They came under the rain to attend Mass. So they will be coming here, and what am I going to give to them? I will be sharing rice for them. I will be sharing a bag of rice for them. 2-3 days ago, I returned to the house and I saw that they told me somebody brought a bag of rice. And when I looked at the bag of rice, it's a customized bag of the President of Nigeria, and it is a renewed hope ambassador of Nigeria. So I decided to say, okay, is this for the President or those working for the President? I'm not interested in the bag of rice. That money, you see, it is a product of the irresponsible elite that we have in the country. You can imagine the millions and tons of rice that will be distributed across the country. This one is this is brought to me, and this is going to be distributed. I have every reason to conclude that this is how it's going to be distributed to some places across the country. And you can imagine such irresponsibility that instead of coming together, instead of the elites coming together, pooling resources together to build roads and build infrastructure to generate employment for our teen youth, what they do is to buy rice to distribute to people just because elections are coming. And so this is very unfortunate. And I felt like returning the rice, calling the person to come and carry the rice back. But on a second thought, I said, well, out of Christian charity, let me not say anything about that, return it, but share it. Share it to parishioners, and that's what we're going to do this morning. So we are bringing out the bag of rice now. Take it there, take it there, take it there, and stand it. The product of irresponsible leaders that we have, irresponsible elites. And this is what you have made of our president. And then the president is aware of this. This is very, very unpatriotic. Instead of using this money to build companies, instead of making electricity, building power plants to make electricity stable, instead of building industries, instead of the elites coming together, the government coming together to build industry, all that the supporters of the president and very jobless and irresponsible elites that we have in this country, all that they do is to do this kind of sycophancy. This is purely sycophantic. There is nothing here. And this is, you eat today and you pass it up tomorrow, and your problems remain the same. We are going to share it now. Share it to people. Instead of returning it, I thought of returning it, but I said no. Let me share it to parishioners. So parishioners that blazed through the rain this morning to come from us, as you can see, they are already coming. I'm going to share it for them. I'm going to share it for them. After all, it's their money. Very irresponsible and wicked elites that we have in this country. Very irresponsible and wicked elites that we have in this country. You are sharing bags of rice. No electricity, no good roads. Look at the road from Benin to Delta State. No good road, no good, no stable electricity. There are no companies. Money released in billions of naira, no companies. All that the government is interested in is campaign. And you are bringing a bag of rice to me to eat. To eat. They are coming this morning, as you can see, they are coming. We are going to share it to them.
Wow. Well, you don't hear what's in the say the Reverend Father talk. Okay, close now is enough. For some reasons, this has refused to stop. Sincere apologies for that hitch or glitch, as it were. So, yes, you don't hear what's in the BC demand. You see the anger, the pain when you use the talk. Say the money where BC will use those things will go better the lives of citizens. Will they carry them? They put into buying rice, buying gifts for people. Something where they will just use immediately after now it's gone. But meanwhile, if we put that money into good use, it could provide jobs, it could provide things so it BC will last for the people. People will enjoy longer. You see that government is not creative, and this is not about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu alone. It's about successive administrations, people wey dey government generally. Why it no dey easy to think about the amount we are budgeting for this election? If we budget that amount on every parastatal and agency, goodness me, the level of development we go see for this country go shock you. The things they experience abroad, can we then cost us if we experience them for Nigeria? The kind of thing, the kind of quality healthcare where themselves they go abroad, they go enjoy. If we will get those healthcare facilities for Nigeria, are we cursed? Are we not humans enough to experience that? So that's not the question where a lot of people they ask. But make I not waste your time because I really would love this conversation to be very, very interactive. So let me just move on so that I start taking your calls. Moving on very quickly to other issues. Stop abandoning roads, fix and complete existing ones before starting new projects. Peter, the son of Maziobi, tells Tinubu, warns against lavish spending of public funds. Peter will never stop. Choosing Atiku as my running mate was my greatest mistake. Olusegun Obasanjo and I talk that one. Now make us show you where in Tokam we caused that reaction from Atiku Abubakar. Take a listen to it.
As my running mate, my number two. Che. If I had known him as I came to know him later.
Wait, did you hear what he said? First of all, he said, Che. Did he call for that kind of exclamation? He said, Che. Take a listen again.
as my running mate, my number 2. Che, if I had known him as I came to know him later, I would not have picked him.
You're talking about Atiku, your VP?
My vice president. I don't know what name you want to give him, but my vice president. And I mean that, not true. But of course, what I know about him later makes me thank God, because God did not allow his actions and reactions to overwhelm me or to divert my own
focus
from Nigeria, or to harm Nigeria even. So, and then there's no bitterness, because, well, he did things that he believed he should do, and God did things that God had to do, which makes me to be able to achieve what I was able to achieve.
All right, so there you go. That interview is extensive. I just get small excerpt to make a show na make una see am, and I'm waiting call for that reaction from Atiku Abubakar. We're making react that way we BC in react. I just thought to let you know that. But let's move on to other things we BC did for the news, because there's quite a lot of it. Now, we told him poor Nigerians are suffering, but Tinubu was adamant, said economy is fine. Cardinal Onayeko talked plenty things concerning the conversation we didn't get with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu during their visit. And you'd recall that it was during their a visit to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We didn't talk to him about elections, the need for elections to be free and fair, the need for balance and all that. And he talk now from that conversation. Now he talk a few things. So he talk say INEC that you talked about is free. INEC has not he never do anybody bad. He never victimize anybody. Yeah, he never hold anybody down. So which one way he talk say INEC no dey free. So it was during that conversation he said all of that, and people now don't begin react to some of those things where he say talk, because the things he said are so much, I can't even explain it. He said quite a lot. He said that the reason why President Bola Ahmed Tinubu thinks that Nigeria is still doing well is because perhaps he has a lot of people around him where he say they tell him something will not be the true picture of how Nigeria be. Even though say some people in spokesperson don't react to this interview, Daniel Bola responded and said that the bishops are speaking on behalf of Catholics and not all Christians. Nigerians also smash Bola, say they challenge and making go in village. You're a Christian from a Christian community in Borno State, even your own village. How many times you go visit a big village because of insecurity? So people don't challenge them. But let me just read quickly excerpt from that interview, and then I play you some of the footages. Now, Cardinal John Onayeko has revealed that Catholic bishops raised concerns about the leadership facing poor Nigerians during the hardship rather facing poor Nigerians during their recent meeting with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But the president maintained that the Nigerian economy was performing very well. Now, Onayeko disclosed this during an interview with Arise Television, I think with Charles Anyagolo, where he explained that the bishops told Tinubu that the economic situation was not favorable to vulnerable Nigerians who are struggling with rising living costs and other challenges. Tell them, say, look, the situation of the economy now, they favor poor Nigerians. So, and I think that Reverend Onayeko is not the first person who would have stated this. We've had several financial experts who's here to say that, in fact, waiting we get now, say, we get economy where we say they favor the elites. And even the foreign investments where they need to come to invest inside the country. They come to put in money, make profits, come out their money. So Nigeria actually they lose, because you put in money, you make the kind of profits you cannot make in your country, and you take the money away. When you invest in a country is when you have the confidence to build an investment, put a company, put your resources, live on for years, employ staff. That is what will not benefit people. When you come putting money for a treasury bond or one of those things, or put inside a stock market, and then you carry and go back once your money increase, that's all not get anyhow we say they affect the poor man. So that's exactly part of what Oga Onayeko talks. Say, look, people are suffering. And I challenge anybody to also prove him wrong. Because me personally, as an individual, I've never had cause to help Nigerians, and I never get appeal for help from Nigerians in the way where I don't get during this administration. So that means it shows that more people are going through hardship in this administration. And if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if the bishops told President Tinubu that, and he says that the economy is doing well, what does that mean? That's a question where BC people can begin ask. Now, according to the cleric, the bishop's concern was based, or bishop's concern was based on their observations of the difficulties experienced by ordinary citizens across the country, not be the elite or ordinary. Now, he said the group highlighted the impact of economic challenges on poor Nigerians during their engagements with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led government. However, Onayeko said Tinubu responded by insisting that economic was doing fine. The economy was doing fine, highlighting a difference in perception between the government's assessment of economic progress and the experience of many citizens. So why government say economy they do fine? So I'm waiting Nigerians see not be the same thing. Now comments come amid, this comment come amid continued public debates over the impact of economic reforms introduced by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu since 2023. I would also like to state that even the IMF or World Banks too, they don't talk. Say even though say these policies then they good, but say it never, they admit say it never they trickle down to the poor man. And I think that that's why the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu don't also do the right thing recently by saying, so okay, you know what, we would have to start looking at it. Let's see whether indeed our policies don't drive home to the poor people, whether poor people life don't change, it did better, whether people life they did better in any way recently, and then whether the gap between the rich and the poor they wider. And I hope say they will do that examination and come back with a sincere review and analysis of what's in the true situation, because it is hard. People are facing a housing crisis in Nigeria. If you see how difficult paying house rent is, and these landlords have increased there, you will not even blame them, because they increase rent based on their own reality or based on the reality of the country, because that's their own source of livelihood too. Then where does the poor man get the money to source that from? I'm not sure say anybody day for this Nigeria now with the end minimum wage for a city for Nigeria will go fit afford the rent without help. I'm not sure that anybody that earns minimum wage 70, in fact 100,000. I'm not sure say there anybody with the earn 100,000 will go fit afford accommodation. Let's say it's not even 70,000. If you're living in a city, it's hard. Accommodation is expensive, and I do hope that they will review this and see the need to do better. But let me just play you some excerpt from that conversation so that you see within then discuss with Oga President. First of all, what make I talk waiting into what then
in politics
this,
all
let me tell
is
you one
fair.
of the things that President
Is that true?
during that conversation,
If that is what politics is,
after then
that in politics everything can be done, provided you win election.
Yes.
They say hunger did.
Before I was born, there was hunger
Yes,
in this country.
apologies. I don't know why the system is acting up today.
And I have no control of the population development of Nigeria.
No, did you hear that? Did you hear that? The president said that even before them born them, hunger already did in Nigeria. That is to say that the hunger you're experiencing today did not start today. So not being leg it starts before now go the blame and say in leg it starts. He said before them born them, hunger don't already did this country. So na normal thing. Oh yeah. Listen to her.
And I have yes. Before I was born, there was hunger in this country. And I have no control of the population development of Nigeria, trajectory. And that is why you have membership in your various faiths and churches, to give hope to people and give commitment to humanity and the true sense of it.
So did you hear that's what he said? Okay, so he talks and waiting make on again. Before him born, hunger did the town, and now waiting make churches get membership now, because for church you're supposed to give hope to people. So even if hunger did, tell them calm down. If you've not eaten, calm down. Jesus fasted 40 days and 40 nights. Religion supposed to teach you. Say man shall not live by bread alone. Calm down. They suffer free. melembe. Religion supposed to give hope to people. That's what our president is saying. For those who may not understand, I mean, that's what the president said. So, religion supposed to give hope to people, make them understand. Sometimes things they change, but one day it go better. You know, say that it go better. God day where they say na poor man prayer, and a poor man prayer where be say they walk, because true. God day and things go work. Now, here an except of some of those conversations.
In politics, all is fair. Is that true? If that is what politics is, that in politics everything can be done, provided you win election.
Well, clearly that's not correct.
That is not
correct.
If
that is what was said, then it is certainly not correct.
That is not.
There is
we heard it.
There is propriety in everything, and they
now,
ought to.
And that is what we are worried about. We are worried about the fact that we see clearly that our government is bent on winning by all means. And unfortunately...
Did you hear what he said? That here, in fact, he even sounded that some of the things where they observe, where they tell President Tinubu infuriated him, it got him angry. Like, why don't they tell me all of these things then? You know, that kind of thing. That's the way he sounded. That is Oga Onayeko sound, not me sound. So make you hear him again. Say, waiting and realize and say this administration, they bent to win the election at all costs. Listen.
Bent on winning by all fact that we see clearly that our government is bent on winning by all means. And unfortunately, they have a lot of means at their disposal to win. And they are deploying all those means in a way that eventually, even if we had a free and fair election, the votes of the people may not count. But we gave two warnings.
Right.
We gave two warnings. The one you mentioned. I'm trying to remember now. But the second one is that if we do not rearrange our election system to make sure the elections are really free, fair, and credible, it can lead to difficulties.
Right. I mean, you talked about the dominance of a one-party state.
Okay, yes.
And then
we want that the country doesn't gain anything by a one-party state in a so-called democracy. There's nothing. Of course, we are not expecting Mr. President to help the opposition to defeat him. No. But the point we are raising is that even though the president has all the powers of incumbency, he is, in the election, he is a candidate like any other. He is a candidate like any other. And that is why we call our electoral commission independent. Now, there are doubts in some quarters about how independent this electoral commission
But he talked about the electoral commission.
He said so.
He said it was independent.
He says so. But like we also said, words are not. You asked me, how did I see the face of
the president in reaction?
I was not surprised that he was not looking very happy. No, even his colleagues who were there. We knew that this is different from the kind of statements that our president keeps receiving from all kinds of people. And that is one of the things that worries us, that there are so many people hanging around Mr. President, giving him a rosy picture of what the country is, which it is not. And we felt that we have no duty to do that. Indeed, we have the obligation to help him to appreciate the reality of the situation in which we find ourselves. And that is the reality that we painted, which I know is not the kind of thing that he wanted to hear. And the reply shows very clear.
I'm concerned that your cross is going over your mic.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
Yeah. And you can see his reply. We left that hall, both sides, knowing that, we said what we had to say. He said what he had to say.
So was it a frosty meeting? Would you describe it as fairly frosty? Because, I mean, many Nigerians have become accustomed to polite meetings between religious leaders and political leaders.
When the nation is bleeding, you can't expect a polite meeting with the head of state. We need to let him know. And his reply is that the nation is not bleeding. We told him our economy is not helping our poor people. He told us the economy is doing fine. Practically speaking, he told us quite clearly that he did not agree with us. Again, I said, we're not surprised. We didn't expect him to agree with us. We have done our duty. We have delivered our message. And we have a feeling that somehow along the line, somebody will show him a few of the things.
All right, so let's kindly stop it here. Okay, for some reason, my system is acting up today. I don't know why. Okay. Sincere apologies. I don't know why I'm having this glitch today. So you hear waiting Oga on a call talk, right? Okay. So make a leave on there. I can't wait to take your thoughts and reactions on that conversation. But let me quickly move on so that I can begin to do so. So yes, moving on very quickly. Let's see what we have here. Tinubu removes primary secondary school qualification, submits Chicago State University certificate as school's account remains locked. You know, so they say since that 2023 election till now, all their social media handle for Chicago State University stayed locked till now, right? But let's move on. INEC publishes P2B's credentials, other 2027 presidential candidates documents, and of course that of his running mates too. Oluremi Tinubu seeks Saudi Arabia's help to fund education as Bola Tinubu-led government fails to address Nigeria out-of-school children crisis. And then EFCC looking away while Yahaya Bello meets with NSA, National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu. Nigerians lament how Tinubu EFCC are shielding corruption, including Yahaya Bello's 100 billion naira scandal. And then don't seek re-election, rather retire over failed leadership and insecurity. Christian elders knock Tinubu over disappointing performance, worsening hunger. More Nigerians expose APC false claims as military wives reject Tinubu's for 2027. Say soldiers still earn 45,000 naira despite 100,000 naira pay rise announcement. So they announced they don't pay them 100,000, but they said I lie yo. Say soldiers see they earn 40. Some people see they earn 45,000 naira. Say not be true. I'm waiting their wives, military wives. Some may talk them. How convicted? There's an expose here. How convicted murderer on death row hosts TikTok live streams, runs businesses, and controls drugs trade inside Nigerian prison. Person will be say they don't convict though. He did death row, but they do all of these businesses. A convicted murderer serving a death sentence at the Ibara Custodial Center in Abeokuta, Ogun State, maintained an active presence on TikTok, hosted live streams, received monetary gifts from followers, and exposed a thriving network of corruption operating inside the Nigerian prison system. Now, according to recent investigation by Premium Times, the inmate Elijah Oyebode, who was sentenced to death by hanging in 2019 for the ritual murder of Osun State University student Orfiat Adebisi, operated multiple TikTok accounts from prison. He's been operating them despite strict regulations prohibiting inmates from possessing communication devices. So the investigation revealed that Oyebode regularly operated or appeared in live streams, watched by thousands of users, interacted with followers in real time, and generated income through TikTok's virtual gifting system, with one of his accounts reportedly attaining a level of 120 gifting status. Make I end them here. You keep it, they say you keep person, you don't on death row. And they say you also get your own business where you operate to different businesses. Can't get even a drug deal business where they do it from inside prison, according to the report. You can go look out for it and read. Genocide or Christian genocide. Catholic priests, Reverend Father Samuel Okpeyemi, macheted to death in Kogi State. This and another very horrific incident. So Catholic priest Reverend Father Samuel Okpeyemi has been brutally killed in Ajaukuta, Kogi State, after he was reportedly attacked by unknown assailants and left with multiple machete wounds. According to Nigerian Police Force, Kogi State Command, the priest's lifeless body was discovered by the roadside along Church Road in Ajaokuta. Police said the incident was reported on Wednesday, prompting officers to immediately visit the scene. Sad. Tinubu arrested and arraigned underage Nigerian children protesters for demanding an end to bad governance, better future. Nigerians, they remind them the things so you say you don't do them. And then let's see what we have here very quickly, just before we go. Tinubu increased electricity tariff by over 300% in 2023. Nigerians can only stop a likely 1,000% increment if they vote him out. Obisiogo David, now they talk this one. INEC to publish, I think I stated all of this, but let's just move on to another paper very quickly. Let's see what we have here. Turaki-led PDP accuses INEC of plots to hijack party, replace ex-president Jonathan's candidacy. Okay, Nigerian colonel behind alleged Tinubu's coup plot says failed promotion pushed him, revealed how he was lured by army chiefs. US asked Tinubu-led Nigerian government to address rampant violence against Christians after Kaduna massacre of over 30 persons. And then police look on as alleged land grabbers brutalized journalists covering Lagos land disputes, and victims alleged attorney in Ali Hassan supervised. Let's see what we have here again. INEC publishes, I think, Peter Obi Kwankwaso details academic credentials ahead of 2027 elections. Anambra Police Command wanted kingpin suspects linked to multiple abductions, trace gang to northwest Nigeria. I think I need to take this story. Sincere apologies. Let me quickly take it because this is one of the saddest things I heard recently whilst I opened the phone lines. So this man says, I took £75,000 loan to invest in Nigeria. Now the same government has destroyed everything. Abuja business owner, 84 workers cry out after demolition of his business. Take a listen to this. I hope that this instrumental would let us hear exactly what.
As I'm talking to you now, I'm actually thinking of counting my losses, packing my load, and going back and tearing the Nigerian passports. I have friends in the UK that have done it. I'm thinking of that as I speak.
Okay, all right. So now some of the things that will be see happen as people.
Nobody gave me any notification.
Okay.
I heard rumors.
He said nobody gave him any
about a week ago that they were coming to claim this land from nowhere. Right. Nobody gave me any notification. Nobody came to me with any form of notice. I decided by myself on Sunday to shut the place down and start evacuating my equipment by myself. On Monday, I evacuated some things. Tuesday morning, I had welders here, I had carpenters here, I had masons, I had people dismantling things. Around 12:01, around 12:01 in the afternoon, bulldozers just came. They saw people on the roof, taking out wood, welders working. They told them to come down and bulldoze the whole place to the ground. Nobody gave me notice. I took a loan from the UK, £75,000 to come and invest in Nigeria. You people say we should come back from diaspora to invest in Nigeria. I've never done one government contract. I don't know anybody in government. I'm not even interested. I came with money from the UK to invest here. So I have to deal with that loan now. 84 staff. 84! That's what I was feeding here. I built this place a year, 3 months ago exactly. That's when I built this place. It's painful. I stood there and I watched it go. Nobody cares. And you're telling me now to convince anybody to come from diaspora to invest in this country? Look at 84 people. What are they going to do? I have a choice. I will go back, count my losses, and find a way of sorting out the loan I took. But look at it.
But people are saying that. I thought this same administration, they beg people, made them come invest for inside Nigeria. But beyond begging people to invest in Nigeria, they've told Nigerians in the diaspora to come back home and invest in Nigeria, right? And here is a man who invested, and this is exactly what happened to his investment.
Look at 84 families just from stopover. There's a place next to me called Barbados. There's Amalashita. There's RM's Dream. There was Hunters. There was Aris. These are all people that are employed. In this place alone, I'm not exaggerating, at least 300 people have been rendered jobless. And you people say they say they're creating jobs? Is this how you create jobs?
I've been working with this organization because this place has helped us, so many of us, a lot.
Hey. God, this is sad. Lady could barely even talk. She could barely talk.
Most times, but I don't blame those people that are stealing, because this is one of the major reasons why people go outside to steal. The governments are not helping matters a lot. They are not. The little place we are working to feed our family, and they have taken it away from us.
Nigeria has happened to me.
Yeah.
This is where I feed my family. This is where I don't even have anything to say, but all I just want to say is that I am disappointed in Nigerian government. I'm so disappointed. I have 3 children. Right about now, I don't just know what to say because I don't know the way forward anymore. I've been working with Stopover Bangri for 4 years now. But presently, I don't even know where to go. This is the sad reality. I don't know where to go.
This is so sad. Now, this part of the things and we see people the experience for inside Nigeria, and like this particular person said that let's hear what he had to say, because he did say that he invested in the business, and that's now the first time he try to take this kind of risk to make this.
And my staff count is over 20 staff counts in the club. And I've been here since February 14th, so it's not even up to 6 months that I opened this establishment. So basically, obviously, you know how business takes. Like my profit, I've not made my profit yet back in the business. This is actually one of my first structural investment that I have here. And people always say, come back to Nigeria, come back home, right? And I came back home to actually invest, and this is what's happening to me right now. My business is gone.
Even where we are moving, the tractor came in and started chasing us. They started chasing us with the tractors. All our things, a lot of our things were inside there, were crushed. A lot of our things were damaged inside. But come on, this is so unbearable.
As I am now, I am useless. I don't know what to do, because this is where my earning comes from. Not just for me, the rest of our staff. We are rendered useless, not even just jobless. We are useless right now like this. Sitting at home, this is where you are expecting at least at every ending of the month, something is coming that you can use to take care of your family. As I am now, basically everything in my house, I support my family with this little earning that I'm earning here. And right now, they have rendered me useless. I don't know what to do from now on.
Well, this affected me mainly as a student, because after now, I don't know how to further my education.
Well, this not the plight of the people, and within ABC then talk, and within ABC happen, and this is in Abuja, Nigeria. Very sad. Phone lines are open, Nigerians. Please jump in the conversation. T.Y. Danjuma, good evening and welcome. You're joining twice. Are you twice? I see you here and there. Let me
remove one of it.
Okay, go ahead, sir. Good evening and welcome, sir. There's still more to talk about, but make I just begin to take on a thought one by one. This is sad. This is so sad to see what these people are going through. I don't even know how to explain how painful it is. I don't know how to explain how painful this is. It's sad to have to see anybody go through what these people are going through. But let me take your thought very quickly. T.Y. Danjuma, go ahead, sir.
Precious. Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, those on the comment section. First of all, this is now your uncle, Wike. And it's pathetic to see. Yeah, good evening, MC. To see this kind of a thing happening. Who is going to come to Nigeria to invest when they see this kind of things? Who? 75,000 pounds. It's a lot of money. And this is not just the first time. You see the guy who bought Mandilas, he took a loan from the bank. And you saw what they did to him, but not just because, probably because he came from a particular place. The things that happen in Nigeria is sickening. And they do it with impunity. You can't do any of these things abroad now. You don't even have a right to go and demolish somebody's property. You have to go to court. The court has to give you the permission to do that. This is impunity. If someone has encroached on federal government land or state land or whatever, you go to the court.
That's I don't know, but so I beg, if we do things like normal Nigerians, I mean normal human beings, something will happen to us. Because I thought there are procedures to doing things.
Yes.
This is not us supporting that crime. People should just get away with criminality or just captured lands and all that. I know they may be victims, but shouldn't there be ways to this? Shouldn't there be human face to this? At least giving them time to evacuate their things.
There's nothing like that. They don't do that.
To go inside the place and break. Go ahead, sir.
Look at the number of people that have rendered homeless. The man is saying, I can still manage and take care of myself. But what of thousands? I mean, look at
he's even feeling sorry for others.
Yes. Look at the people that you just ruined. And government exists to serve the people. What kind of thing is that? And then don't be surprised, the land, you will hear the story of this land, who they will give it to. Because already it's been sealed. Who they're going to give it to. It's sad. And then, you know, the other day we were talking about whether somebody worked in Deloitte or not. I think that has been sorted out now.
How?
Because the person no mention say work in Deloitte now. He no mention. He not put
but
again
did you not
now.
hear the president say that himself in a video?
No, but you saw the CV when he put now. He no mention Deloitte. So
maybe
somebody lied.
No one person gets too much big CV. You no go won't put all of them. You could just ignore some. Like me, I get too many things where I don't do for my lifetime. So not be all of them I go on put for one CV. So I tailor my CV to the need of that particular project so I get on hand.
Okay, I understand you. Because
no,
Deloitte
I'm not
is
joking. No, that is what I'm saying.
No, I get
for
you.
instance, as much as I have vast media experience, I
Hold
also
on,
have vast experience in the corporate world.
Hold on,
I have led. In fact, I started. I like to say that I started the first outsourcing customer service company in Nigeria. You understand? And I've driven it substantially. But if I don't do anything, we get to do with tech or customer service. Waiting concern me, concern to. If I'm applying for a media job, why would I put that in my CV?
This is not about you, Precious. And Deloitte is not selling akara or kulinkuli. So if you work in Deloitte, it's a powerful distance. So if you omit it, your CV is not complete. So is it only mobile that you work from what time to what time in between? Well, you know, here, if you do your CV.
It now.
No, wait now. You finish from 6 years or 7 years where they go from a school. You know, in our days, you go put your hand for head like this. If you reach your ear. Now because you don't reach to start school. So from 7 years old to maybe about 16, and I'm assuming, you know, 16, you go down come out for secondary school. Okay? And then you can do, if you did lucky, or you can't go do maybe 4 years. Okay? So your age will be about 20 when you graduate for university. So you can plot the age. The age now, 74, born 1952, and you between 7 and 16 years. We know there is a blank. We know like blank like.
Is it between
between 7 years now?
How?
And 16, there's no academic record of
16. That is if he got into university at 16.
Yes, I'm assuming. You know, if he's that, you know, they say this person is very, very intelligent. So maybe he didn't need to go to primary school. He didn't need to go to secondary school. Okay, he just wrote WAEC or GCE. So we don't see the GCE result. So he went to Chicago State University and he was admitted.
You don't get the point. You're talking about, see, those days, people are geniuses.
Yes.
You understand? Those days, they get people who be genius, we go just do home tutoring. And from home tutoring, then go come right WAEC, come pass the WAEC, then just go straight to university.
Yes, I agree.
They are whiz kids, and I'm coming. Yes.
I was listening to Okutepa.
Oputa.
Jibril Samuel Okutepa SAN.
Okay.
I listened to his narrative, his story, how his school. You know, go primary school. Even secondary school, you know, go. He wrote. But
So
then he went to university. But we know he's a GCE. I mean, he do exam. I get 5 credits. Where you take apply, go School of Basic Studies. From School of Basic Studies, 2 years, they can't go University of
Okay, are you saying that? Are you saying this because you're not seeing evidence of any GCs or WAEC certificates?
I mean, Vice President, you take everything.
Leave that in. See what's in Kayamo. Meka, please. This is a flashback video. Let me quickly play.
No, Kayamo is lying. I know the video. No plan. Kayamo is lying. Where is the WAEC? Where is the GCE? Where is it? I mean, you could just go. Chicago State University. They go admit you without anything. Why Chicago University no green release? And because the person where they put in there a woman. Why is the Chicago State University? Why they
don't talk about Taya.
So why
they don't talk about Taya? No results. Meaning say they don't find anything. Abi.
Okay, you are taking the position of Lagos State House of Assembly.
I'm not taking any position. No, I'm just saying what's in the open. No.
No, they say, are we not entitled to see the? He's having us. Are we not entitled to see the WAEC result? WAEC is here in Nigeria now. You know, even if London GC, even if the team born or they steal them, WAEC can still give you statement to say yes, this one is correct. No, I'm just asking. I don't know how things they do for Nigeria. You know, in those days, I don't know. So they ask if every other person gets school cert, and they don't even need, all you need now attempted school cert. So that's what the constitution, just attempt school cert. For president in Nigeria, whole Nigeria, just attempt school cert. That's all. Even if you get D7, it's okay. You can become president, you can become governor, you can become anything. But if we not see the D7. So anyway, make we put that one aside. Make we put that one aside because the reason why INEC publish all those things are for people to investigate and for people to go and find out whether not true or not be true. So I leave that one.
INEC go find out. INEC someone go find out.
So I leave that one to Nigerians. Then the issue of I don't see the Reverend Father's this thing. The man provoked gone. That Reverend Father provoked.
The Reverend Father talk with him no good though. Why he did like that now?
It provoked gone. It provoked. You know, and the same thing with John Cardinal Nikon. I don't know.
Did you get Danebwala's reaction? So I told you what Danebwala said. He said he does not speak for the entire Christian community, that they are speaking for the Catholics alone. And then there are lots of reactions to that conversation. People can say most people divide. Why is it that everything about government is always division? Now you're not dividing Christianity now. It's now Pentecostals versus Orthodox.
Yes, Nikon is not an Igbo man.
I was going to say that he's even a kinsman. So what's going on?
The bishop who read this thing is from the north. He's not an Igbo man. And in any case, it is not all Catholics who voted for Obi. There are Catholics who are against Obi.
Yes. There are also Catholics who are supporting Tinubu. Let's also know.
There are also Catholics who are supporting Tinubu. So when people come with all this kind of narrative, they wonder, say, people like Boala, I think the thing where they put on there, you don't attack in the past 1-2 weeks, you don't attack Atiku, you don't attack Onaiko, you don't attack Obi. You know, his own just his share is everywhere. He's not but they give him opportunity, put him for Al Jazeera and make it talk. All his pants were wet. Just a piece for body. Yes, now. Ask her now. It's a piece for body. A piece for body. So that's one of the person. You know what one couple. Let him go and run for election. Should be run for primary if he fail. You don't even get in a 0 vote now you get. Go and cross-check it now. He ran for primary is the fail now. So today is that is in APC. He go talk. The next day is in PDP. He's supporting Atiku. He talk when he say that road don't close. He run back again to the person. The amount of thing venom when he pour, when he say, when he talk about Ashiwaju, they can't go eat him vomit. They were asking him the other day, no fit answer now. Shimon they was asking him, fit they go up and down. People will not get shame, who can stand by their word. People obviously nobody regards him now. His job there now to just the wash plates. That's what he's doing now. Somebody will just all his job now to watch out who is talking good or who is talking bad. Isn't that shameful for a man who says he's a lawyer, who says he's a lecturer? He can't find a job for himself. Now they go there, they carry water for people, at his age. Who listens to him? The next thing you go say, and they go throw him out. Even if you go there, go see they get bound the way, they cross. Because he's not a member of the inner caucus. He doesn't know what is happening over his head now. He does a talk there for talking sake. So all those are his place is burning. That issue is enough for to occupy him. The state where he comes from is on fire. His people are dying. Christians are dying, and he's a Christian. Have you ever seen him talk anything about Borno or his constituency? Have you ever seen him? He will never say it. Because what is he going to go in there? No money there now. Have you ever seen him talk about his governor or his senator, Ali Ndube? He can't talk about them. Those are issues. So when you come, have you ever even seen him to sit down to analyze how far they have gone? What are the challenges they are facing? As a spokesperson for the president, if it's ever. These are what we have done. Give statistics, but he claims to be educated. And then no doubt he is educated. Have you ever seen him where he sit down, begin take one by one, they analyze, this is how far we have done, these are challenges we will get, this and so on, because you need to get people where they go sweet talk. They will just talk, like Professor Jerry Gana when he was in PDP and when they were ruling. They talk so nice, it's so sweet. Have you ever seen? You will not. And your job as a PR person is to win people for your government, for your party. Well, he's speaking for the president. And you see, the difference that he doesn't understand, which is very shameful, he's not speaking for APC. He's supposed to be speaking for the president, the government that he is employed. And once you are employed, you are working for the government, you're working for Nigerians, not party. He's not able to draw a distinction between his party and the government that is working, which is supposed to be serving the people. So, and this is an educated person. Your preoccupation should be, this is how far we have gone, this is what we are looking, analyze. If you are intellectual, you break down, you show that you are an intellectual, and you analyze situations for people to see. That's what you're supposed to do. Not to be partisan. You go pick on this one, and yet the president is not the president of APC or president of Yoruba. He's supposed to be president of Nigeria. And so, what you're supposed to, the view that you're supposed to be purviewing will be one that focuses on Nigerians, the challenges, and the progress that you have made. But he's partisan, and he's there, and they leave him to do his job. It's a shame. Precious. Okay, match break there so that others.
No vex. Mr. Henry, good evening and welcome, Henry. I still get more gist, so I won't give you. I just say make a cut and short because the gist then too plenty. Yeah, Mr. Henry, you're welcome. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, Precious. Good evening, Benjamin. Yeah. Well, Precious, you said you were saying something about housing in Nigeria.
He said, they said something about waiting.
Housing.
Housing is something else. It's
Yeah,
off the road.
I
I'm
mean,
not even
yeah,
going
it's
to
something
lie.
else. Like as I'm talking to you,
I'm not even going to lie. People are
yeah.
suffering, and this is not just in one place.
No.
Across the country.
No, Precious, let me tell you now. Yeah, let me tell you. Me, I'm doing a project in Port Harcourt. If I tell you how much I earmarked for that project, I think I'm even doing ×3 the money I've spent. And the money we are talking is just the same thing that happened to that man now. My own money. Okay, I said, since I've been here, okay, let me get some money from here and come and invest in housing. But when you look at it, you begin to ask yourself, is it even worth it? Because as it stands now, maybe if I finish it, I might even sell the whole thing, because the wahala in Nigeria, it's not something that somebody will, have to start thinking about. Even like for you to even do something in Port Harcourt, you know how it is now. Thugs, local government, the village that
it's
you are
worse
making.
now. It wasn't this bad before. Now just normal matching grant money to give them those days.
Yes,
but now
that's
the thing don't do worse.
The thing, even like to register the even so, how much are they gonna even the renter going to pay you? So I think that's the reason why people are they're just increasing. Even cement now, you go and buy cement. When you go, they will tell you 13,000. The next day they will tell you 14. The next day, the iron self is a problem. Sand is a problem. So everything is a problem there. But since I already started it, okay, I said let me just get it done. Think something else. It's a lot of headache to do something in Nigeria. Like as for the boiler of a person, well, everything he's even speaking against the APC. Because based on what Danjuma is saying now, if you want to promote your party or whom you're working for, at least you'll be giving analysis, try to like make people soften people's mind. But based on the way he talked, man, everything's against them. So I don't think they have nothing to gain, or even like the election as they already said, except is by the Wuru, and without Wuru self, it's not gonna be easy for them.
Did you hear what Reverend Oneko said?
Yes,
Did you also hear what Kwankwaso said? There's an interview he had with this guy Iwebu, and you heard what he said in that interview.
Yes. So another thing I want to mention, I want to give kudos to that man of God, the Catholic, those Reverend Father, going there, to address the problem, through those problem on Tinubu face and his people. It's good for me, for that man gathering all his people to go there, to go to that Aso Rock to talk to them. I think it's a kudos. I give it to them. Going to speak for the people. And another thing I want to talk about Nigeria. I think the people. It is high time that everybody get up. Whatever thing we will do to change that country, let us do it. Even we that's in this country enjoying. This will they go several wars for them to get it right. They go several wars. So when you read their history, sometimes when they mention war in Nigeria, everybody will say, we don't want to. I mean, there's some things that will make you. I mean, there must be change. That change, either it come by force or it come by negotiation, or whatever way that change will come, let it come. So that the life will be balanced. Okay, you are talking about Saudi Arabia, them going borrowing money in Saudi Arabia. Why we are more richer than Saudi Arabia? Why would they go and seek to come and do Saudi Arabia to do something? Is it not a shame? Yeah? Is it not a shame upon the whole money they borrow back and forth? So what is it? If you're not if after borrowing the money, we don't see what you borrow for. At least the advice I will give the government, if they want to do something, at least if it is road, let them start road from Sokoto all the way to Port Harcourt. We know that the money it was road. And the more you do road now, that's how you employ people now. Let it be. If it is road, we'll stick on road. If it is electricity, I think there are 4 years now. If you carry that project, all those extensive or those capital intensive projects, if they carry it one year, every year until they are 4 years now, I mean, they will achieve something now. So that's my advice for them if they want to. But I know that they will be changed, whether they like it or not. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's your opinion. All right. Hello. Good evening.
Hello,
Mr. Obising, good evening.
Hello, Precious. How are you?
I'm very well, thank
Yeah,
you. Good
Precious.
evening and welcome. Go
So,
ahead.
how are you?
For the
Blessings.
past 3 days, where were you? Didn't see you. What happened?
So I had a crisis, and yeah, and then it's the rest is something I can't say on
It's
air.
history. But I hope you sorted out now. You sorted,
Are
yeah?
you okay?
Well, of
I
course,
hope.
that's why I'm here.
Okay, good. Thank
That's
you.
why I'm here. Go
So I
ahead.
was wondering because I know you came up shortly on Thursday. You were like saying that you were it's gonna be
You don't
banger.
want to know what happened that day.
You were
That's
good. I
very
was like,
true.
hey, what happened? What's going on?
Don't worry. Go ahead.
It's all right.
Let it not be a serious crisis. So, my God.
It's all right, Precious. Let me first of all say a big thank you to those Catholic. You know, I still say to those Catholic bishops, I always say within my mind that there are still good ones there who are ready to stand for the truth. Say it as it is. Say it to their face. So not like some we have, but some are there to stand for the truth. Like what the Bible says. It said, go there, say it. Don't add to it. Don't remove. Don't remove from it. Say it as it is. So thank you to those bishops as well. I really appreciate it. I believe if we have people like that coming out, saying all these things to their faces, maybe by now we should be seeing there should be a little bit of fear in them. So I really appreciate those bishops, and they should continue. We need them to do more. We need them to do more. You could see like the boala of a guy. You see, this is how they drive division, divide and rule. Coming to tell you he's not speaking for all of the Christians. Man, that guy is a disgrace. The one that Gisela do to what Gisela did to him last time. That is just, I think that's the tip of the iceberg. The next one will be a massive disgrace that will send him packing. So for that, I appreciate those bishops as well. So as for the property, the destruction of the property, by now everybody should know those Nigeria government that they can never be trusted. Now they should know them, especially this present administration. By now, I think, because my advice to anybody trying to do anything in that country, they should put a pause to it. They should put a pause. They shouldn't go further. So that will be until we have a proper government in that country that are ready to serve the people, not what we have. So you could see if you see that's for that will be the advert. That will be what I would say to those people. So you could see a so-called who called itself the leader of the country. You that were supposed to be answering to the people. You see the little bit of the little bit of talk the bishops gave to your so-called leader who called himself the leader of the country. I think you saw his reaction. He says, "By their fruit you shall know them." You guys, everybody saw his reaction. You saw what was coming. So it's like they do not care about the people. It shows that they are just there for themselves. They've got nothing to add. They have no idea to give or how to move that country forward. They just want to be there, bear the title to say, "Oh, I was once this, I was once that." Nothing more, nothing less. Those are just waste of space. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised about those with the response he gave to those people. I'm not surprised about those at all. So, but all I will say, which I keep saying, that because it's the turn of Nigerians now. Nigeria should start demanding for what belongs to them, and I know it can be done. So once the pressure continue, they will. And again, like I always say, you see, Obasanjo now, he has a bit of a regret and bitterness in his heart. Every time when you see Obasanjo speak now, he doesn't talk good of who? Your other candidate in the other side. I not call name because of Precious. I not call name. You know, say I talk at that time, say that one that they look up to, make it teach people, make it train the young ones, the upcoming leaders. I say, wait, I asked that, I say, what do you want to teach them? I don't talk and finish. So you see now, Because I believe that if Obasanjo choose right, then maybe some of the things where Obasanjo be get for mind to do, maybe if will succeed past like that. Despite say the man still they active, still they strong. The man still they strong or do some kind of, maybe they don't even fit destroying government reach, destroying government past the way they destroy. Because definitely the man was the man was really the man tried. He tried for Nigeria. That is what I would say. Despite maybe the call her name, so the call and say he gets some areas away for bad. But during his time, at least the man tried. He did well. He did to his ability. He did. So compared to what we have now. So, but I believe if they've done more, people like this will not smell seat of power. If they've done more, then to secure the country proper, set the country on the right path, the country should go. People like this will never dream of getting close to that seat of power. But it's never late. We can still get it right.
All right, thank you. Ms. Albison, good evening and welcome. Thank you. Ms. Albison, good evening and welcome.
Yeah, sorry, Precious.
Welcome.
Blessings to everyone. Yeah. Sorry, I hope the crisis is not too much to overwhelm you. Life is about crisis, and
it was overwhelming enough for me not to come on air. So, but I'm fine now.
Well, God will give you grace to deal with it.
Amen. Thank you. Go
anyway,
ahead.
TY and the two Henrys I see there, 2H.
Mr. Obisi, good evening. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. How are you, man?
I'm good. You?
We there here.
May go help us.
Yeah. Anyway, my people, we say, when somebody is tired of working, if you give a child something to do, and when they are tired, they become frustrated and start doing nonsensicals. That's what I see. I don't know if you watched the interview with Shehu and aviation minister, how he was feisty with Shehu, trying to fight him. The same thing with Boala, because they don't have anything to offer. And therefore, their defense is to fight. And that was what Tinubu displayed in front of the revered gentlemen that went to him. And again, kudos to, I know Roman Catholic always stands up, when they want to. They will always come forthright. It's on our own side, the Pentecostals that are wishy-washy, that compromise here and there, once in a while, not to say the truth. And that is where I miss Blessed Idahosa, because Idahosa is one Pentecostalist that I know confronts governments. So, because they don't have anything to offer, and therefore, when you confront them with reality, their defense is to fight you. Their defense is to repel you, is to fight, instead of them to offer their own superior argument, as TY said. And that is what we have to deal with. As for what Obasanjo said about his vice when he was there, this is where I say go back to this North and South issue. Because when you keep doing North and South, the people in the middle belt, you leave them alone. And that is where I see fault there. I don't know who their leaders are, those people in the middle belt, that cannot form a block and say, you know what, this party is, if you're not taking our son as president or as vice, we're not gonna support you. Except if they don't have a voting block, except if they don't have the population to influence any election. But if they think they have it, especially, I know that there are too many tribes, and the problem we have one major problem we have in Nigeria is this tribe of, you know, everybody is on their own. People don't want to come together. But I feel that if they come together, all those in the middle that we call middle belt, if they come together, forget whatever language you speak, let us do this for our region. Because listen, whenever election comes, the North, the core North, what you hear them is, what do you have for the North? Every time they are defending their interest, every time they defend their interest. It is in the South that we don't defend our interest, that everybody does what seems right unto their eyes. Again, I don't know who are the leaders of the central, the people we call middle belt. They should come together to make influence in a regime, not being offered their only gift whenever election passes is secretary to the government. That's their own portion to give them secretary, and they are okay with it. Instead of them to come together and say, we bring up somebody, say, this is somebody we want you to take as either your vice or your president, you know. So I don't know how they're gonna keep doing that, and then they are the ones that are being killed every day. I don't know how they're gonna keep doing that. So I call on them, let them go. Even the new ones, the younger ones that are coming up, let them find a way to bring themselves together and say, you know what? Since we are all minorities in our enclaves, let us come together and form a majority and influence any incoming government. If you're not going to do this, we're not going to do this, you know. And again, I go back to what I said the other day. Thank God for the Catholic bishop that went, you know. The man at the helm of affairs has told them his mindset. In politics, everything is good. All game is fair. Meaning that even if somebody dies tomorrow as a result of their actions, it is fair. That's what it means. So they can kill, they can grab it, they can snatch it, they can run with it, they can rig election in the night, and by 4 a.m. they declare the result. Everything is fair as long as you are the person in power. But when they were in opposition, it was not fair. When they were in opposition, they shouted to the high heavens, and the person we had then, didn't have the liver to say, you know what, we're going to fight it out. So everything is fair because they are now in power. But let them remember that tomorrow, my fear is this other young, Daniel Bola is still young. I'm not sure he's up to, probably he should be in his late 50s, middle 50s. So he's still a young man. So he doesn't think that even if Tinubu wins 2027, by 2031, he will not be there anymore. He will still be in his, under 70, 60, in his 60s. So he still has long years ahead of him. So he doesn't think what will become of him, his political career. Anyway, because it's Nigeria, it doesn't matter. Tomorrow, somebody will wash him up and then present him again. After all, somebody who brought Boko Haram is now relevant in the political space and making noise with a swollen lips, making noise all over the place. But all the young ones, and I heard that Peter Mba, as young as he is, he's muzzling the opposition. I heard that he said people in his cabinet, you have to deliver. It is a must. You have to deliver your word. If you don't deliver your word, you're going to get out. So Peter Mba doesn't know that even if he wins second term, he will one day become a citizen, And then everything he has done now will come back to him. All these people don't have hearts. The people that we say they are the leaders, they don't have a heart. And that takes me to what I said the other day. You know, the word of God says, when wicked men bear rule, the people suffer. When wicked men bear rule, when wicked men are in the helm of affairs, the people suffer. But it says, when a righteous man bears rule, the people rejoice. And that is the dichotomy we have in this election, that wicked men are bearing rule, and therefore people are suffering. You know, and what pains me so much is the people, the common man, we that are the common people in Nigeria. Because that man that came up and talked about his investments coming from UK, he said the bulldozer came in, people they already had the notice and they were all pulling out. They were dismantling on them. They were dismantling themselves. And then this bulldozer came, saw people on the roof dismantling. They still went ahead to push them. Instead of them to give them time. It was not the minister, it was not who gave that instruction that was driving that bulldozer. It was a common man that was driving that bulldozer. It was common people that came to clear. Haven't seen your own fellow citizens clearing where they said go away. Why didn't you have patience and give them, okay, make una take 1 hour and clear, then we will do the job of our master. So you see that, I don't know, Nigeria is to me like a country that it's own inhabitants. You know, when Moses sent the spies to go and look for the land the Israelites were going to go to, some people came and said, it's a land that swallows its inhabitants. That's what Nigeria is. It's a land that swallows its inhabitants. How can you are, and that is the same thing with the police, with the army. These are people you relate with. You don't, even though there's the managers sit in their office and send you on an errand, you don't have any recourse to them when you have problem. The people you see go to are this common, your fellow commoners. But when they send you to go and kill them, you go and kill them. And yet, if you have a major issue, you don't have a recourse to your master that sent you. And that is what happened there. Why will somebody go with a bulldozer, haven't seen your fellow man dismantling where they said he sent you to go and bulldoze? Instead of you to leave the person to carry his wares. Okay, since you're already doing the job they sent me to do, I'll give you a few hours, finish it up. I don't understand. So the problem of Nigeria is you don't know where to start. You don't know whether it is in the head or in the tail or by the foot, you know, or in between. It's a big problem. I just can't fathom it, and I still say it again. Whosoever is voting for this evil government, it means you don't have a soul as well, like them. It means you are still wicked like them. You know, before I came online, I saw a news from India. The news said the Indian government reduced the price of 19 kg LG, what do you call it again? Gas, you know, liquefied natural gas. They reduced it by 200 rupees. I don't know how much that is. I didn't try to convert it to dollar to know how much, but at least it's something. 19 kg, but in Nigeria, how much is 5 kg or whatever kg of gas liquefied? So this is a government that cares for their people. But in our own government, what they do is to make things more difficult. I heard that next year they're going to remove the subsidy on electricity. So what the populace, what are they gaining from the government? What are they gaining? You are giving them cell phone, giving them rice, a bag of rice. Is that how to do it? I thought the Chinese proverb says, "Do not teach somebody how to fish and not to give them fish." from when you keep giving fish for how long? And you only give this fish when you are to look for their hand in voting. That's the only time. In between the time you win, you look for election, and the time you in between that time you leave them alone, you leave them at fallow. And then when it is time again to seek their hand in marriage, you bring fish. And then stupidly we accept it because they have impoverished everybody. Everybody is poor. And that was why that Reverend Father was in between decisions. Whether do I share it, do I leave it? Say no, I must share it. It's their money. Let them come and take it. It's so bad, you know. So I pray and wish on the certificate thing, you know. I don't know how did he enter University of Chicago if he did not have but both first school living certificate and WAEC. I know that those days, you know, there was a time that if you come to America, these days, if you come to America with your degree, they make you go back to start afresh with them over here, you know, because they don't trust what we're doing over there. But I'm sure in those days, you can come directly from, you know, they will accept your WAEC because they know we are an English speaking. I know there was a time they were doing TOEFL, you know, test of English as a foreign language. You know, you do TOEFL. Anyway, TOEFL was for people in Nigeria. If you're already over here, they subject you to do one or two of their remedials to be able to go along with them. But at that time, does it mean maybe we need to find out from Chicago State University, what was the acceptance criteria at that time? How did they accept him into the school? You know, even if he did not go to school, after all, we have businessmen who did not go to school, and they're doing well. Even if you did not go to school, it's not a crime now. But why will you make us believe what you are not? You know, and forgery everywhere. And that forgery everywhere is still trailing them. And that is why the government is a government of forgery. They forge everything. They lie about everything. They do Yahoo about everything. They bring fake bishops. They bring, you know, why will Tinubu...
That is not true. That is not true.
And then when the bishops talk, I don't say bishops.
That is not true.
What is not true?
What is not true?
No, what is not true? Tell me now.
Mr. Obisin.
Yeah? What is not true?
He say everything, not be everything now. They carry you go court now saying that show everything where they lie about.
Everything they do is forgery. Everything.
That's not true.
Everything they do is forgery. Okay? I don't know who said that Tinubu's wife is a Christian, is a pastor. She's not. I'm not sure she's a pastor. Because if she's a pastor, you know that gift from Saudi Arabia is onye mame water. Wetisi werisi. That's what you know. If Ibrahim Traore refused Saudi Arabia's gift, and he is a Muslim, he refused Saudi Arabia's gift. When he came to power, Saudi Arabia wanted to build school mosques. He refused them. Why wouldn't you come and build a hospital for us? Why would to tell you that those people are not sincere? When they refused him from building, when he refused them from building mosque, why did they not say, okay, we partner with you, we build one good hospital for you. We partner with you, we build one university for you. So why is he a supposed pastor that is supposed to know? She went. Now Tinubu is tired. Tinubu knows that they are tired of his face. He's now projecting his wife to go and borrow money. It's a shame. And there is no other place he will borrow money is from a people that will give her condition. This money we are giving you, we want so mosque. And those mosques are not going to be in the northern part. Those mosques are going to be in the southern part of Nigeria. And then she will go and open her hands and take. And tomorrow somebody will convince me that she's a pastor. She's not a pastor.
Mr. Obisi, I beg, no vex. So, what is the way forward now? How do we get out of this? Because the picture that you have painted now, not a good picture. How do we get out now of this?
If I say how, I'm not gonna agree. So, whenever I come here, I say we are deceiving ourselves. But let's keep deceiving ourselves. If we have to do anything, the only thing we gotta do is at least we have somebody we say is credible. Nobody is perfect. Obi is not going to be perfect when he comes. Okay. And there is no, even in this country where we are, there has never been a government that came to power that is perfect. There has never been. The Republicans praise Reagan to high heavens, but yet Reagan had his faults. The Democrats praise Clinton to high heavens, yet Clinton had his faults. So there is no one person. That is why the people that brought democracy made it in such a way. It's not going to be monarchy. It's going to be, you have some people who are so wise made it maybe one time 5 years, one time 6 years. Okay. For some of us, okay, 2 terms. That 2 terms is not automatic. It's renewable. When you after having done your first 4 years, you go back to the people who brought you and they appraise you. If you do well, we bring you back. If you do not do well, we take you out. So the only way forward is now that we have a myriad of candidates. Let us choose the best one. And how do we know the best one? Yes, probably you go back to their trajectory. Abi, you go back to their statistics. You go back to what you have seen them do. At least amongst all these people, how many of them have been former governors? I think Obi and Duke, right? Am I right? Obi and Duke. Is there any other person? Adebayo, I don't know what he had been, what he is. Yeah, only Obi and Duke have been former governors. Then Atiku has been former vice president. If nothing else, you take from Atiku's master, Atiku's principal.
Spare tire. He was a spare tire.
No, we can't relegate that office.
Makinde is also a governor. Makinde is the governor.
Makinde. Yeah, okay, that's what I was looking for. So we have 3 of them as governors. All right, 2 former governors and 1 sitting governor, and then Atiku. At least we now know the testimony of Atiku from his principal. Okay, if we cannot trust him enough, then let us. I know Showore is there, but Showore has not handled anything public. So yes, even though he's he's an activist and that, but hey, will Nigerians trust him enough to give him this power? Haven't seen that he has never been even a councillor. Okay, so we don't know how he's gonna, because hey, power corrupts, absolute power corrupts. Money corrupts, absolute money corrupts absolutely. Because even all of us that are on this table, if you give us so much money that we can handle, our lifestyle, our demeanor, our attitude will change. We know that, because that is the power of money. All right. So having said that, how did Donald Duke perform when he was governor? How is Seyi Makinde performing now? He is governor. And then amongst 3 of them, who has a greater following? Because all those things count. If you discover Donald Duke has a mammoth following, okay, has an organic following, hey, and you knew that he did well when he was governor, hey, let us all of us follow him. If you think Seyi Makinde is doing good and he has great following wherever he goes, but amongst all these people, who is traversing the length and breadth of Nigeria? I have never seen Donald Duke on any campaign trail. I have not seen Makinde on any campaign trail apart from his Oyo State. Okay, I have not seen Atiku on any campaign trail. I have not seen Showore. I only saw his prodigy in Abia making noise 2 days ago. I guess Governor Alex.
Is it today or 2 days ago? Is it today?
It doesn't matter. I saw you today.
Can you
It
guys
doesn't
just
matter.
leave all those things that I did not bother to raise in the news? Do you want me to be carrying rishi news for
I
you
didn't
guys
say carry. We are just. He asked me a question, and I'm
because
asking.
I didn't think it was important enough. That's why I didn't
It's
carry the
okay.
news.
So what I'm saying is, I have not seen Shawore traverse the length and breadth of Nigeria in campaign. The only person still going from Sokoto to Onisha and from Owerri to Maiduguri is Obi, and he has a following. Okay, and he has told you what he will do. When he was there, he told you what he did. When they asked him question, when I think it was Rufai Oseni that asked him how you going to deal with insecurity, he said we all die there. One person must be in charge. It's either they are in charge or I'm in charge. That alone is a comforting word. That alone we say, okay, you know what? Hey, let's give this man a shot. He said, I will go there. I will shut down the government and we go and see why our children are in the bush.
All right, Mr. Obisin, I have other talking about the bush now. I have things to in fact, I wanted to say this now. 2 incidences happened recently.
Okay.
In Igbo land. One had to do with travelers that were going to Enugu State, and unknown to them, an incident was right in front of them. Let me quickly play that video so you see. Here it is. People were stopped. They were just on their way to Enugu State. See, so we can say they do some kind of activities for friends.
So which road is this?
I think it's somewhere around the east. So that kidnappers were operating in front. So all the vehicles had to park and wait. People were not moving anymore. And then I saw this video of, I never knew that there were communities that were displaced in Enugu State. This is shocking.
These our people, since 4 years now, they are homeless. Their houses have been destroyed by the terrorists. And right now, some of them want to return back to their hometown.
Yes, this is Enugu.
But there is no house.
I thought it was only the north, so it's even affecting the eastern part as well.
Since 4 years now.
The question is that these people are saying from, the research I made, I hear that incidences like this are underreported. Like there is a hush-hush for people not to report it. I even hear that there are communities that are still troubled in Imo State too. I don't know if it is true. I've not made that research, so I would have to find out. There are communities that are also living in certain fear. I don't want to say isolated in Imo State too because of attacks like this.
These our people, since 4 years now.
The motherland is in trouble, honestly.
Their houses have been destroyed by the Fulani terrorists. And right now, some of them want to return back to their hometown, but there is no house, no help. Since 4 years now. How many villages here, my friend? How many villages? 16. 16 villages. This is Enugu State. 16 villages.
Yeah, I think I have seen this thing on our Culture Happy Marcel platform.
Fulani terrorists attacked that 16 villages. They are homeless.
My people, these our people, they are suffering. I'm telling you the truth, what I saw today. There are 5% number population that you are seeing here is 5%. Do you know when this picture, 95 is not here.
How long
These people
ago was
are
this?
Thousands. 5% is here. Most of them.
I've tried to research on that. I couldn't get exactly one, but I think it's a bit recent. I don't know, but I'll find out more.
Are not here. Only few people, 5% is here. Homeless. No help. No help. I'm telling you the truth.
Now let me tell you for something. Here is my idea Babu. I want to do state from America. So I will go now on the other side now. By this week now, I will come back. But when they are back, stolen I know this too much, all the too much. Thousands of houses, thousands of people, the homeless. And wait, I want to about the few because I'm going to do Plaza de Nubu. I'm going to do Plaza de Nubu. Many are not here. Many are outside Enugu State. Since 4 years, homeless, nothing. And everybody are keeping silent. Their businesses, everything has been destroyed. How can they feed themselves? Nothing. Please, I'm using this opportunity to call the international, both the United Nations and the Americans. These our brothers, our sisters need help. Not everybody never. Because someone don't know when they're not Ghana. When they're not outside this thing. And I believe that those international will come to help you people. And I believe that even government will come to help you people. And I believe even individual. Please, these people are homeless. The homeless is 4 years. So,
4 years.
This is a city that was known for coal, for producing coal.
Really?
Everybody are keeping quiet and our people are dying hunger, homeless.
4 years. We don't know when it was shot.
Individual, both government, both international, they will come for help. They will come for help.
Okay, so I wanted to call your attention to that.
Thank you. And he said 4 years, so we don't know when it was shot. Let's assume it was shot last year. So 4 years back, this is the 50. You can imagine.
Happening. Mr. Ben, good evening and welcome.
So let me round up, Precious. Sorry. So what I was saying. I never round up now. I was asking a question. I'm Pelejo.
Oh yeah, Horace.
So
thank you.
If I'm gonna come down on who we are to vote, because here I'm at least in America I'm in NDC. All right. I chose to put myself in there. And for your information, we are having convention. We expect that Obi and his vice and some stalwart will be here in Atlanta end of August. So for your information, for those who are abroad, let us vote for this man. If nothing else, he left money. I know people accuse, oh, money, why didn't you do it? But he left money. He left money in the coffers of his state. Okay? I'm going to tell us this before I round up. In the Bible, something happened similarly. A rich man was living, the story we were told, a rich man was leaving his state, and he gave he called his three disciples, three apprentice or three slave, whatever you call it, what you want to add there, and gave them, the Bible says he gave them talents. He gave according to their capability. He gave one 2, another one 5, another one 1. The other 2, the person he gave 2, the other person he gave 5, they went and traded with the money and made profit. And when he came back, they came to give a report. This one said, oh, you gave me 5. I traded, I have 5 more. You gave me 2. I traded, I have 2 more. The one he gave 1 said, I found out you are a very stingy man. You reap where you did not sow. You live in a house that you cannot build. I have therefore brought your money. I went and hid it and I'm bringing it back. This is your money. Do you know what the master said? He said, you're a very wicked servant. When you knew I'm a wicked master, why didn't you put my money in a bank where I will have profit? So even if Obi did not do anything, but he put your money, Anambra money, in a bank that made profit, that it gave profit to Anambra, that is a plus. That is a wise person. That is a wise servant. So let us go for Obi, because he is a wise servant. And every wise servant will be a wise master. Every good servant is a good master. Every servant that follows good is also a good master. Let us give this man, even though he's not perfect, because none of us is perfect, let us give him this chance and see what he can do. That is your answer, TY. Thank you, Precious.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Obisi. Mr. Ben, you're welcome. Good evening. Ben, are you there? Ben, are you there?
See where that you might see your hand work.
Okay, so Ben, if you're not there, do you want to join the conversation, Ben? Do you want to join the conversation? Mr. Edwin, please go ahead. You're muted. You're muted, Mr. Edwin.
Tiwa, if there's a leader,
now
now 10 years today when you born picking.
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead, Mr. Edwin.
Yeah, okay. Good evening. How are you, Precious?
I'm doing okay. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Tiwa, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Edwin.
Good evening, sir. Precious, you see, there is something that an issue I raised the other time about Peter Obi and the call not. And I sent one video clip to you. I'm not sure if you listened to it, if you because you've not raised any issue about it. You know, all the fears I raised, all the issues I raised, it was like the man that Babashi Lawal. It was like perhaps he was reading my mind somewhere or the minds of all others. You know, I said the Northerners, they are not on board yet with Peter Obi's project. And that is my worry. You know, that we are confronted with so many issues. We are afraid, and that I know definitely, the APC will write results. And despite that being the big elephant in the house, we also have the issue of these Northerners. They are not in tune with Obi's presidency. And that is no thanks to a whole lot of other issues from maybe some Southerners as well too, who just go about parroting so many nonsense about Mr. Peter Obi. And then I have never seen any presidential candidate in Nigeria's political history emerge as president without the real support of this call not. That is without their votes. So I am getting very worried about that because I have not seen that addressed even by the NDC. Look, these people, their aim, what they always pay attention to is religion. Religion is their watchword. And I remember Dr. Majid even said it. He said if somebody like maybe El Rufai with all his baggages and all other core prominent Northerners for that matter, if they endorse Mr. Obi and project Mr. Obi will be the president. But from what is on ground, feelers, information reaching me here. You know, when I told you the other time, there is that kind of infighting in obedience. And one other, I said obedience, between obedience and the Kwakwaso group. One man who came to who was your guest here the other day, he just dismissed what I said with a wave of the hand and called me all sorts of names. I forgot his name. One young boy who came to your program one time, who was your guest. You know, and you can see that is what is on ground now. I'm not sure if you read it, if you've seen it, if you've heard it. It's in the open now. What I said, when I said I have concrete information, the guy thought maybe because, I reside in London, I'm here, I'm a key, because I see the young man always following Peter Obi somewhere and all those kind of something. It's not following Peter Obi that makes
excuse me, Mr.
Edwin. My name is Edwin. Maybe you forgot my name.
Sorry, sir. No, Mr. Edwin.
Don't forget my name. Yeah.
I'm sorry to say, but you don't. I know about real issues and struggles and crises facing the APC. I don't come here discussing their issues because it's none of my business.
Yeah.
There is no political party. I'm coming, sir. There is no political party today in Nigeria that does not have their own internal problem. Forget about the APC and what they're doing. They have their own crisis. There is like serious animosity and bitterness in APC because of primaries issue, because of some of the new people that came in that feel like the older people feel like they've been the new people have been made the new brides. So there's a lot of issue going on, and I don't think it's within our prerogative to start discouraging people because of internal issues.
No, Precious, let us not waste our time discussing those ones. I just mentioned it in passing. No, I just told you that I'm aware there are issues.
That the reason why I don't like to pay attention to these things is because, see, even two brothers, I don't know if you have siblings. I have a sister, and we have our own issues.
I have siblings, though. I have 15
we
of
have
them.
issues. So there is nowhere that people are working together that they cannot disagree.
I
The
know,
fact
I
that
know,
they disagree
Precious.
does not
I
mean
am
that
just,
they cannot work for their own common goal. So
yes, I
raising this
said
issue,
it
I'm
then.
sorry, but raising
Yeah.
these issues and all of that, I think is very discouraging. I think it's not fair on the NDC.
No, it's not discouraging.
I'm coming, sir. It's as if you're deliberately looking at holes to pick to discourage people about the NDC.
No, that is it.
I'm coming,
no,
sir.
no, you are getting my perspective very, very wrong,
Why
Precious.
don't we also say these things about the APC? Because they have their own crisis too.
When I say these things,
now let me finish. Why do we amplify the challenges that the opposition face? And we don't.
It is for us to be forearmed. It is for us to be aware. I only just raised these very issues. Those must pass because I was aware. And I knew there were lingering issues behind. So it ought to be sorted out immediately so that there will be some sort of obstacles on the way to making sure we have a smooth campaign operation. Those were issues. It was just between the two groups, not that they had differing opinions or anything, but it was like some sort of struggle for control. I don't really know what the game was all about, So I don't really know what their intentions were. That's why I tried to raise it to inform the guy, since he probably has the ears of Peter Obi, to tell him, to raise this issue to him directly and say, look, these are things on ground. But he just dismisses as if I was just talking craps or something. Okay, that is fine. So I'm equally talking about this corner. It is high time NDC. We have to set foot on ground in those areas. And I suggested too that we should start to reach these people in their languages. Not grammar, not English.
That is already been done now. That is already been done already. We don't need to be debating on this. They're already doing that already. Translating in Hausa, in other languages. It's everywhere. If you want, I will send you the links.
I am not aware of that at all.
They're already campaigning their language in Hausa.
You have intels now. If you have intels, your intels should have told you this too now. That they are doing.
No, I was told nothing is happening.
That was what I was told.
How can nothing be happening?
I'll send it to you so you see for yourselves.
I mean, in that direction, that is reaching, because I equally said here the other time that these people have not really come one day. There have been no key figures from those particular area or regions coming out to say this is what we intend to do in 2027. We intend to throw our weight behind this man because we feel he's the best among the lot. Because if we miss it in 2027, then we just forget about let me just talk. Please, others do talk. I don't know how to interject. I'm always very patient when people talk. So let me just say my thing.
I thought your tongue was over. I beg. I thought your tongue was over.
Yeah, but people talk here for 15 how long? Nobody interjects them.
We have heard you. Obi cannot win election. We have heard you. Let's let that people talk.
It's not winning election. I'm not saying we are not going to win election. I'm only saying I'm only trying to talk about the pathway.
Allow him to finish now. Allow him to finish. Allow him to finish. So
Obi cannot win. We have heard him now. We have heard him. Obi cannot win.
No, Precious. If you are tolerating this kind of people who just interject others when we are making contributions, we are all gentlemen, and we should be civil. We should be civil and attentive to others, and that is why I was brought up. I listen attentively. I don't interject when people are talking. Whether you are talking nonsense or anything, so don't interject. And I don't like that.
You don't need to vex.
I wasn't brought up.
He doesn't know.
Edwin, I was not brought up to be. I wasn't brought up to be disingenuous.
Somebody, about 2-3 people have insulted me on this program.
I wasn't brought up to finish now. This thing is dragging. Just leave him to finish his thoughts.
Precious, I yield the floor, please. Let's take over your program.
Please kindly finish your thoughts, sir.
That is all right. I'll finish. That's all right. I don't want to talk further.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm all right. Let others talk. I will listen to them.
Mr. Olumide,
hands is up. Okay, so Oga Edwin, see, I want to tell you something. When you come across, when you that one person that was raised up in a very good way, I don't know why you have then ended up to be very disingenuous.
you have ended up to try to come on air to come and pass and misinform people about the true situation of things. If you were properly raised up, you wouldn't come out to do that. And you
Don't
won't
do
come out
that.
to be...
No, Olumide, please. Olumide, please don't do that. Take that back. Please.
No, he insulted me first.
No.
He
Please,
said I
let's
wasn't
not
properly
begin to talk about
raised. No.
upbringings.
I'm not going to apologize. He insulted me first. He said I
When
wasn't properly
did I
raised.
say
No,
when did
Mr.
I say
Omide, you
you
got
were
it
not
wrong. He didn't
properly
say
raised?
so. No, he did not say so. He didn't
And,
insulted you.
and,
He didn't
When did
insult
I
you.
say
No.
that?
Olumide, please take it
He
easy,
didn't
please.
insult you. No.
That's not a good word.
No, who is that Olumide,
Even
by
if
the
you
way? Who
did,
is he? Who is that person? When did I
even
Mr.
say
if
so?
you
Edwin, okay,
did,
it's okay, Mr.
even
You
if
Edwin,
you
can
please.
see,
did, there's no need
you
for
can
you
see
to.
people who
Mr. Edwin, I'm
come on
sorry,
platform
please.
to just lie
It's
against
okay,
somebody
Mr.
else.
Edwin.
Edwin,
Why
It's
it's
will
okay.
okay.
I
No,
say
you
we're
didn't
not
say
properly
that.
Sorry,
raised? Do I know
No, you
you?
didn't say that. It's okay.
Edwin,
Ed,
It's okay.
Ed,
sorry
No,
it's
about.
no.
okay. Ed,
Sorry,
it's
sorry.
okay. It's all right.
Olumide, please
Oh,
just give an apology and let's move on, please.
Okay, please,
Okay.
Olumide, give apology.
Okay.
We should know that we
Sorry
are
about
not
that.
here to attack ourselves. We are not here to
Sorry
attack
about that.
ourselves.
So
We are here. Okay,
I'm
go ahead.
upset. I'm upset because your narrative seems to be dampening the little hope that any Nigerian person has at the moment. You understand? I think the large majority of the body of this election that we are all looking forward to is for INEC to be free and fair. That's just it. See, we don't care if when you begin to reference somebody, look at the person you are referencing. Every time you reference people who don't have credibility. As far as I'm concerned, Babachir Lawal has no credibility. You are referencing Babachir Lawal, the large majority of the North. We are all beginning to learn that, as a matter of fact, that Obi won some northern states and that he was leading. That was why they pulled down the IRF and the Beavers, and there was a glitch. And here you are going back referencing an election that was rigged and I was manipulated. Please don't do that. All we want is for INEC to give us free and fair election. We don't expect him to win all the votes in the North. We don't expect him to win all the votes in the
Of course.
Southeast. We don't expect him to win all the votes in the Southwest. But give us a free and fair election. And if he loses, he loses. If he wins, declare him the winner. Don't come and be referencing bullshit statistics here online. We don't want that. And then you want to pull the wool over our eyes, saying they have not worked, they have not done this, they have not done that. Don't stop coming here to damn people's spirits. We don't want to listen to things like that. People like me will push back on you. I'm sorry. If other people want to be gentlemanly with that kind of a statement you are making, they can be gentlemanly. I will not be gentlemanly. I will give it back to you and anybody else. I'm a Yoruba man, but I'm not proud of what is happening there. I'm not proud that we have a criminal Yoruba person there from my part of the country. That is not the kind of human being that I envisage will be there, even if we're going to be a Yoruba person. Please. We don't have a country that we are proud of. And we are
Yeah, my
saying that
friend,
everybody
you
should
have
come.
to push back. You have to push back with sincerity. Don't just lie against somebody.
Don't quote,
You just
don't
lied. You
quote.
just lied
I
pointedly,
said
just on string.
don't quote. You are the one who
You
lied by
must.
quoting Babashi Lawal. Don't
You.
quote Babashi
I
Lawal.
just.
Don't quote Babashi Lawal. Don't quote any
You can push back
discredited
on
human
what I've
being.
said. You can
Don't
push back on what I've
quote
said.
any
But
discredited
why
person.
did you call me a liar? Who's that? Supposing
Don't quote
my
any
children,
discredited person.
my
Oh,
eldest
Mr.
son
Olamide,
watching
Mr.
this
Olamide,
program,
please,
and then
let's
you are
not
telling
do this.
somebody, telling
Please.
me you are a liar. I
Please.
don't like those language, and I've told
Oga,
Precious before.
you
I
cannot
don't
But
call
you
blackmail me
see,
somebody a
but
emotionally,
liar
Mr.
or
Oga.
anything.
Olumide, Mr.
Who
I
Olumide,
do you call
please.
refuse.
somebody
I
very
No,
bad
no,
refuse
Mr.
to be
insulting me?
Olumide,
Why
blackmailed.
will
I
just
why
refuse.
will you come on
I
air and be insulting
refuse.
me?
I refuse to be blackmailed
Who are
emotionally. I
you?
will not be blackmailed emotionally.
no,
I
Mr.
Now
stand
who
Olumide,
my
are you?
Mr.
ground
Olumide,
and
no,
I
no.
push back on you that Mr. Edwin,
Gentlemen,
No, who
that the
are you?
likes
gentlemen,
What
of
have
this
you
is
you.
done?
not
Who are you? What's
this
your
is
level
not
of
the reason
reputation?
why we are here.
Mr.
I
Edwin,
may
You
Gentlemen,
say
never be
somebody,
like you.
we are all
you are
matured
using the
men. We are
grammar
all
you don't
grown men. It's
understand,
okay.
and
It's
you
okay,
come here
Mr.
insulting
Edwin.
me.
Please,
I'll be
please.
forced to put you
I
guys
don't take
behind the
that
scene
from
if this
anybody.
continues.
You understand
Please.
that?
Mr.
I
Edwin, I
have
thought
my
you said you
immediate
don't
my
interject to people
immediate
to
junior brother,
people's
and he has a
discussion.
PhD in psychology. You know that? You don't come here and talk crap and call me. You know my eldest son could be watching this
Oga,
program. You are calling his father a
yeah,
liar.
Mr.
How did that
Man. I
lie?
say human being like
What did
you.
that lie?
Mr.
Olumide,
Edwin, it's
Olumide,
All
okay.
right,
It's okay.
excuse me. Sincere apologies. Sincere
Joe.
apologies. Let me just leave them behind for now till they cool off. Please, I beg you guys, Olumide, please. We don't attack our personal characters. We don't attack ourselves. People have right to their opinion. People have, and you have the right to also disagree without insulting them personally. Please, I beg you. Please. How can I have a platform where we're now instead the government say they do the things that they do, and I will not insult them. We can't become ourselves who we won't insult. Abba now. Please now.
That is
Please.
called we agree to disagree. Agree to disagree. Don't worry,
Yes.
there will be friends. They will come
do that
together.
and
Don't
do
worry.
it in civility.
Don't worry.
With
Don't worry.
civility as it were. Please. I beg you. We cannot. Then how are we now better than the people that you people want to change?
Oh, God.
If we're doing this here now. Good now, please. I'm begging you guys, please. Mr. Edwin, my sincere apologies. Mr. Lumide, if you also feel offended, sincere apologies. But please, I beg you, let's not do this to ourselves. Please, I beg
Precious, you see what is happening now? One Yoruba man and one Delta man fighting, two fighting over Nigeria.
Tiwada Juma, here's my question to you. Tiwada Juma.
Meanwhile, the people when they scatter the country, they only drink.
They
see 45 years old
they eat. They use toothpick. They
Tiwada Juma.
Let's not do this now.
It's okay, but we'll leave that side.
I'm not happy about this at all. Please.
No, it's okay. It happens. Precious, you never go some other this thing.
Other platform, you go sleep back.
One man is in the background listening. Make you go one man this thing. You go see what they happen there.
Tiwada Juma. You know, I tell you just I said they see your hand do for background though. So you say on a leader now 10 years a day when you give birth. So according to what you calculate, now 10 years a day when you born the first pikin.
It's possible now.
It's possible. How is that possible?
It's possible.
10 years. 10 years how they produce that thing.
If they give you, if they feed you with agri food, you can grow, just grow fast like that and mature.
10 years. No, we tell ourselves the truth. 10 years they produce that thing. We go carry that thing, give that thing. I don't know. Maybe Precious not going to say.
Ask Precious. Maybe Precious go know.
Me, innocent me. What's in Asabi?
Now you announce now. Say they say nah,
I know nothing. Please, I know nothing. So that being said, please, I'll bring you back, Mr. Edwin and Mr. Lumide. But so please, let's just have a.
I'll check that.
Let brotherly love continue, guys.
All right, so make
Precious,
Mr. Edwin. Mr. Edwin, I greet you.
Now I they tell they no come. We don't write.
Take everything easy, man. Okay.
Now I they tell they no come. We don't write. So
my eyes have nothing no more. I don't know the kind of iron that they use.
You know the farm now. If you define, you go know. If you look at there's a way you go look at somebody. You go look. Say in those days, I know say people know some people don't know their age. Like OBJ say no.
Somebody is playing a sound at the background. Please, can you help me turn it off?
Yes, Kids TV.
Please. Thank you.
Yeah. OBJ say he no really know when them born them. So in age now estimated.
But you're not gonna tell me say this one I estimated now. No, please. No son that say you want to defend them. I beg.
No, I know they defend anybody.
I beg. Just talk about it.
If somebody say na so thing being age, how I go doubt them? Now I know the way they born.
How come his sister when you say his sister call person sister when you supposed to? You know what I mean? He call passer. That one who call group passer. You just say there's a big question mark, the big hole where they this thing there. That's why they say we're Nigerians day. Maybe we don't reach. Where we need to. They don't do like how they say.
Our by now the campaign has started by now, right? Precious.
Well, you
people is starting on the 19th for presidential.
You people once had a Jubril as president, so it's not the historical thing now. You get Jubril, after Jubril you get Ghost, after Ghost maybe you get something else. I don't know. So anyway,
no. After this Ghost, we better get something we go work. I beg.
It's a pattern that has emerged, and where I did so everything inside out of the president they know. Even if they try to hide anything, they go dig them out for them, bring them out. So even if you thief when you do secondary school, they go show and say thief. They go tell them where Papa from come. They go tell them say. So and I'm wondering, in this age where we did, how is it so difficult for small things like that for people to verify? And why should anybody be hiding his age or his this? Why? You are not a civil servant now. There's no age restriction. Why are we? Somebody is sick. sickness not be anything where you wish somebody is sick and you they hide the person's this thing, particularly when you're a public figure. I don't understand even the very, very little things in this country.
But Tiwa, you know that generally that's how Nigeria has been. People falsify their age. I have some aunties, because they wanted to come to America. Even the people that I was older than, they brought their ages down. I'm now older than them, and they are still trying to make me respect them that they are older than me. I said, no, you brought down your age by your passport. I'm older than you. So that's how Nigeria has been. We falsify.
And again,
falsify.
Mr. Obisi, do you know that thing affects these people here? Sometimes when the doctors want to give them prescription, there are some certain prescription that work with certain type of ages as well. It affects them a lot. Yeah. I don't know for what is really going on.
Because that's how the country has been. It has to take somebody. To make
sometimes
reset our psyche.
Doctors will be asking, please tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. Tell me your real age, so that let me know how to prescribe prescription for you and let me know how to treat you. They will be asking sometimes.
The funny thing is that even when we find out, because if the agencies were doing their right jobs, once you see contradictions like that, you flag it.
Yeah.
There are agencies that are supposed to screen people. Senate is also supposed to screen. Yet, you have clear records of people who are holding political office. And when you look at their records here, you are wondering what these agencies were they not seeing these things, or didn't they see this? Did they screen these people? Because if you get meat or fish, you want somebody to keep it for you to be your treasurer of fish and meat, and you go give them to a thief. How
you not go see him now?
You not go see the yes. Your fish
the thief. I think they hear that parable. They say when thief they join you find waiting loss, you not go see him lie.
Yes.
You know, will never find
out. Where thief am now? If Nahim thief am and he's helping you to look for it.
You will never. That thing can never be found.
Tell me any country in the world where we get the record of where snake swallow money. Tell me any country. Anybody, if you tell me any apart from Nigeria, anywhere where snake don't swallow
monkey,
I go give money.
Monkey swallow carry some rat. Remember before they went into the Asorok, rat first of all eat up the money that was there. I beg you. We don't have a country until we come to that realization that we don't have a country, and then now what do we do to say we have a country? Because the country started on a very wrong footing.
Yes.
It started on a very wrong footing. The country. It started on a very wrong footing. Because I was talking to somebody that I said, look, even all this, yes, Igbo people, we want out. But at the end of the day, it was the Igbo man that made Nigeria, that said Nigeria, when they were to bring independence, Awolowo did not want one Nigeria. It was my father, Azikiwe, that said we have to be one Nigeria. After that, when there was that coup d'etat, it was Aguiyi that brought Decree 34 that said we have to be unitary government. So at the end of the day, it was the Igbo man that brought this stupid present country. We would have been apart if my father had gone with Awolowo. The North was not ready then. When they wanted to bring independence. Independence would have come around 1957. Nigeria would have gotten independence. But they were waiting for North to come together. Yet it was Azikiwe, because he wanted to be Zik of Africa. All right, he said, "Let's be one." But his contemporary, Awolowo, said, "No, let's separate. Let's be separate." If we had done that, then after that, still the same Igbo man, Aguiyi still said unitary government. So Nigeria, the country started on a very wrong footing. It will only take the grace of God for us to say, you know what, and the only way it can be done. Jonathan, before he left, and I'm mad at him, because that was what you should have done. When you now constituted a constitutional conference,
You would have implemented it before you jump out.
Exactly.
You knew who was coming. Buhari truncated. Jonathan was not a boy when Buhari truncated the first democracy. Buhari is the mastermind of the present stupid Nigeria we have today. He came in and now everybody hopped with him.
We can speak and mind our languages, please. I beg you.
No, but when somebody is incensed, you know, it's so mind-boggling. I mean, the only way we can do it is let's all of us come together. You know, I have told you before, I still believe in when Tinubu came to power, these patriots, they call themselves patriots, who is chaired by our elder statesman, Emeka Anyoko. They all came together to meet him. Up until today, has he honored them? I still believe in what Fakpo Huda, the Yoruba elder statesman said. We can be separate apart and yet work together. So why do you have to bring a people who are not one together and then you want to force us? If you want to force us to be one, then let us come together. Before America was constituted, America came together. The founding fathers came together and everybody said, this is how we want to. America would have been speaking French today, but for only one vote. Only one vote made America to be speaking English. So why can't we come together? Let all the tribes, no matter, even if we are 1,000 tribes, let everybody have a representative and let everybody say, this is how I want us to be. If we have to be one. Right. If on that table we cannot agree, then let us separate.
Let us separate. Exactly.
Peacefully. We don't need to fight to separate. We can separate peacefully.
Mr. OBC, Mr. OBC, let me say something to you quickly. You see, like they say, every battle fought always ends on the table talk. Is always, even though you go, you fight a massive, even the war they are fighting now, America and Iran and everything, it will still end on negotiation. It will still end on the table. The table, everybody will still come to the round table and settle it.
Then let us come to that table. Let us come to that table.
That's why I keep saying that before we can get to that table, the ordinary Nigerians on the street, must agree, must come in unity first, must stop. They must stop this continuous of these people at the top driving division among them. If these people can get it right, be rest assured, the constitution that will govern that country, the ordinary man on the street will be the one to produce it, not the people on the top.
You allow the section of the people to bring us constitution and put one religion.
Knows this. That is the reason why they keep driving that division among
the constitution. You allow a section of the people to draw our constitution and put only one religion in the constitution, and then all of us should go to hell. And you are telling me that we are one Nigeria.
No, the military did that. They just inserted it there. I've always been saying it, and that has been I've been in the vanguard for that constitution to be revisited. If we don't go back there and then build Nigeria from the scratch, Mr. Peter Obi will be our president. People will still give him the hell of a time.
Of course now, of course.
Because what is there is that although it's going to take one leader, one determined leader, or probably a handful of others to put Nigeria right. But what is there is that those that are prepared, somebody like Mr. Peter Obi is prepared, the people, the owners of Nigeria, I keep referring to the owners of Nigeria. People don't understand when I get owners of Nigeria. There are owners of Nigeria.
Of course.
They are there.
And again, if you see Obasanjo today now, Obasanjo is full of regrets. That is why you see every function he goes, when you see him speak, he's speaking from pain, regret, meaning the things he was supposed to do, the things he was supposed to put right. So he's now looking for someone who he can use, who he can channel those things through to put it right.
I think so.
He had the chance. He blew it.
No,
but
because he wanted to please a section of a country.
You guys should watch.
And that's the problem we have.
That anytime that man speaks, watch him. Any occasion he goes to, when he speaks, you see the pain. You see the pain when he speaks. If you watch
that of Jonathan, it's painful.
That
was so painful, bro.
Even Jonathan as well.
So
he's full of regret as well. When you see them,
so painful.
You could see them because they didn't expect that Nigeria will deteriorate like this. Even Jonathan didn't
No,
himself
but
did not
Jonathan
expect
should have
it.
known. Jonathan
He
should
didn't
have known
expect
that
it.
these people didn't want him. In fact, he was given 4 years. Let
And
us say those 2 years. He served that 2 years, and then
Yeah.
somebody you had 4 years. You summoned a conference, and look at the draft report. That man could not even sign away
And
those ones that he could immediately implement, and then able to put pressure on the assembly then to enforce. If Jonathan had done it, the court, the judiciary would have been independent today. The Independent National Electoral Commission would have been independent. And if these bodies, all these organs were independent, the state assemblies, we would have been having, we won't be here. Nobody will be abroad anywhere.
Honestly.
But the man didn't do it. Instead, he started sharing our dollars. He started meeting people and giving, and all the northern governors deceived him. He gave them dollars and they told him, no problem, you are going to win. And what happened? He should have seen it.
And again,
you can't be there as president.
Jonathan,
and then you get to what in fact, what was he expecting to achieve if he had gotten the extra 4 years? I didn't know what that man was really. That's why I was really mad at him. Why did you do it? If he had done it today, look, Nigeria, even Obasanjo we are talking about now. Obasanjo was, in fact, God just saved him. He came on board unprepared, but he had the chance because he was once a military president. He already had an insight to what was on ground. He should have been able to put Nigeria on a very, very right stand, the right foot, right trajectory. And believe you me, Nigeria today would have been something else. If he had really piloted the affairs of Nigeria, that infant democracy, the nascent democracy we had, if Obasanjo had built on it, consolidated and said, this is the way I want it, every arm of government must be independent, this is what you do. Instead, the man wanted everything. He wanted Jara on top, totem. Can you imagine that? Somebody was about to be killed by Abacha. So when I see people like that, that's why today I'll just look at himself and Jonathan. They in fact, they blew the chances they had.
And again, Jonathan,
Can we let Ike speak? Ike has been here.
Let me just finish this, please, quick. You see, Jonathan here is the luckiest man in Nigeria. I always say this anywhere I go. Jonathan is the luckiest man.
No, it's Obasanjo. It's Obasanjo.
No, I feel it's Jonathan. It's Jonathan. Honestly, it's Jonathan. If you look how Jonathan became president, do you think Jonathan is the luckiest man in that country? I
understand, but Obasanjo is the luckiest. Obasanjo is the luckiest because Jonathan, at least he was a vice president. He was a deputy governor. At least he has some sort of insight into what democracy means and what it's all about. Unlike Obasanjo was a khaki man, a military man. He didn't care. Obasanjo's rulership was orders, take orders. But Jonathan was one that really pained somebody like me because Jonathan saw everything. The way he was even
Jonathan was a professor as well. I think they say he was a professor.
Of course,
he has a PhD. When he was sidelined during Yar'Adua's illness, that one the lecturer have taught him lesson to say, well, what am I going to do now? Let me implement things. Let me do things.
Yeah.
It is. If I'll be saying now, give me 4 years, I'll put Nigeria on a sound footing. That is enough for me. But Jonathan wanted another 4 years. These people worked out on him. These northern governors worked out on him in PDP's whatever they call it. Was it a conference or whatever convention? That alone should have given him the warning. So these people, because once these northerners, I keep saying it, I can be insulted, I can be called any name. Once these people, once they want power back, they move heaven and earth to get it.
And again, Atiku is paying the price for it. You see, for that simple act, Atiku is paying the price today.
Can we let Ike
He's paying the price for it.
Can we let Ike speak? You know,
so what he says that let us, I don't know. Sometimes I get just lost about the way we are going to ensure Obi's presidency. That is just what I'm really because these people, the way look at these people. So if, for instance, the opposition, the other time I spoke about opposition,
Mr. Edwin, let's allow Mr. Ike speak a bit, please, sir.
Okay, sorry about that. I didn't know if somebody was talking.
Mr. Ike choosing, good evening and welcome. Good to see you again.
Sister Precious, God bless you. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you, sir. Welcome. It's been a long time. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, Amaran, I listen to your program from the background. I'm always following.
Thank you, sir.
Honestly, I came in because of I was listening to your program, the argument of my brother Edwin and Olumide, that was really pushed me to come in. I just want to give a little bit of counseling to all of us who are really looking forward for a better Nigeria. 2023 was a very big lesson to every one of us. My brother Tony here knows me very well. I was highly involved in 2023, and after the election, I decided I'm going to leave. I don't want to talk anything about Nigeria anymore. But after some months, I decided no. If I decide that I'm not going to say anything, what about my grandkids? I'm not even talking about my kids. What about my grandkids? What future do they have? That decided to make me to say, okay, I'm not giving up. I have to go back, even work harder than what I did. So why I came in was the unnecessary argument and name calling about whether NDC is working or they're not
But
working.
we've settled that already, sir. So I don't want us
I
to
know.
have to move back to that, sir. So
I
that it doesn't
just
look
want to
like
give an information. I just want to put my own words into it. I'm not going back to what they were arguing, but they're kind of trying to help us to know the proper way to channel our opinion when we know what we are against. When you say NDC is not working in the far north, it's really not the best language to use, because if you know what Kwankwaso and his team is doing in the far north, he should be able, he shouldn't, there is a lot of work that is going on in the north, every part of Nigeria. So my only candid advice is that we that want a new Nigeria, that want Mr. Peter to be there are so many ways we can channel our opinion through the proper channel where our own opinion and ideas can be used for the betterment of the movement and the better Nigeria. Because most of the time when we argue on a platform, we are giving the narrative to these APC people, what they want us to be doing here on every platform, arguing and fighting each other. Just like my sister said, if anybody tell you the problem that is in APC, you can't even believe it. So most of you live in the US. My brother, who was OB something, my brother, is he you?
Yes, sir. Obison, yes.
Okay. He said they have office, they have NDC in Atlanta. If you live in the US, if you have anything that you think that is going wrong, or you see or you observe that you need something to be done, there are proper channels. You can, through them there, they can send a letter, send an email, tell them this is what your observation. You want to go through obedient movement, do you know their telephone number, you know their email, you know the offices, is it okay movement? I mean, there are proper way we can beat these people, but every time we go down a platform, we begin to argue among ourselves. That's what they want us to be fighting against ourselves. It's not that they don't have a problem. They have a problem. So I just came in to appeal to us, please. Let's not create the tension, because it doesn't matter. When you say people are not working, my brother, a lot of people are doing so many things that is not in the open space. And remember, officially, the campaign and whatever are not started until August 19. So everything people are doing now, they're doing it underground. So can we, at least, if you have an opinion as people who want a better Nigeria, let's reason together, set us that opinion through a proper channel that can be used to maybe, so that we can be able to achieve that thing that each and every one of us are hoping and praying, that we can achieve a better Nigeria. That when giving these people a weapon to, to say whatever they want to say, as obedient people, or as okay movement people, or Kwankwasia, that we don't know what we don't know what we are saying. We are fighting among ourselves, because that's what they want. There is no family that doesn't have a problem. My junior brother today called me and he was telling me, I said, listen to me, you cannot use the emotional blackmail to get what you want. Get out of my phone. It's normal. It's normal. It doesn't mean that I don't love my brother.
or it doesn't mean I've never been there for him and his family. No. But when you want to use the emotional blackmail to get something, I told you, get out of my phone. And I don't. If you call me from now to the next 1 month, I will cut you off completely. You know, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to call him tomorrow. But I just want to set the record straight to him to understand that that's not me. You know me. I'm your brother. If you want to get something, you should know the proper channel to come. Don't use the emotional blackmail to get something from me. You know, I don't need that. You know, so in a family, we disagree, we have problems. You know, my son is not a politician. Sometimes when we are talking in politics, you say so many things on the table, but I'm not gonna do anything because he's not interested in politics. But I keep speaking. So please let us reason together. We're working toward the same goal. We shouldn't be fighting and giving APC a weapon for them to go back, you know, and organize themselves. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So before we wrap up, there's something I want us to look at very quickly. And if we can just get 60 seconds of your opinion each on this conversation, it will be nice because I need to end by 12 o'clock so that I can retire. So the federal government has just announced that they will be phasing out electricity tariff subsidy by next year. So that is to say that from January, to be OTZ for Nigerians. And I thought, you know, I've often complained about that electricity tariff issue in Buhari's administration, and I don't know why it is, we're still talking about it now. A lot of people have also spoken about it, especially Falono, who said that, you know, it's looking like what they're doing is just to increase electricity tariff again and not to increase and not to remove tariff. Now, here is Zainab Ahmed, President, the Minister for Finance under Buhari's administration. Here is a headline from Punch newspaper. She said this, so you don't quote me. She said, we've quietly removed electricity subsidy, fuel subsidy to follow. Federal government. And you can see her image didn't load because I was just rushing to get this.
Read it again. I didn't get the last one.
She said, we've quietly removed electricity subsidy, fuel subsidy to follow. Federal government. I mean,
when was this?
Because this was in 2020. I think it was in March 2022. She said this.
Oh.
Let me get another paper that I think that was a Punch, and I think other papers reported it. But I don't know what's going on with the mainstream media. This story was in all the papers, but right now, if you search, you see only a few papers still have it. I don't know what happened to the rest of them. I don't want to talk about that. I don't know if people are deliberately deleting media footprints. I don't understand what's going on in Nigeria, but I just thought to, because that's what I noticed. Well, then here is Cable on the same issue. You can see Cable carries a picture. Said Zainab Ahmed, Zainab Ahmed, electricity subsidy removed. Petrol is next. And you can see that March 12, 2022. And then I think after President Bola Tinubu got into power, and the issue of Band A and Band C and electricity tariff resurfaced, I think it was Falono that said this then. Falono said, he said, Buhari removed the electricity subsidy in 2022. Prove your 3 trillion payment for electricity subsidy. That's what Falono challenged. And this was you can see the date, I think that was in April 8, 2024, that Falono challenged Tinubu's administration on this. I don't know why today we're not hearing in the news from the Minister of Power Tech Day that electricity tariff to be removed or phased out by January. FG to end electricity subsidy from 2027. Is it that the other headlines did not headline well? Is it that the other administration or whatever? I don't understand because, and I think, these are the questions that Nigerians are not asking or the opposition is not asking. I'm saying this because this affects everybody. Now, this electricity is going to affect productivity. People in Band A are already saying Shigi Banza. So what this means is that every other band, B, C, Z, and the rest of them, subsidy will be wiped off. So that means you go Shigi. And this is whether or not you get the required hours of light that government has promised you, because I know a lot of people on Band A, in Band A, that are not getting up to 20 hours of light daily.
So what was their reason? Did they say, what's their reason?
I don't know. So especially most of those times that they have downtime and all that, and they don't usually, if you promise somebody something and you cannot give it and you still charge the person that amount, and if you have issues for not meeting up, what should you do? You should give that person some sort of discount or consolation for not meeting up your own bargain. But no, I don't know of anybody within Band A that has gotten a kind of consolation for the times that they did not meet up, or the government did not meet up their 20 hours, required 20 hours or 18 to 20 hours of light. So I just thought to bring this to the fore. I don't know what the federal government is doing, but electricity subsidy was removed under Buhari's administration. So what is going on? And remember that write-up, 30 trillion or how many trillion by Falana that they used for subsidy in the budget then, that Falana mentioned that's the reason why he said that. No, but Buhari removed this same thing you said you're removing now. Prove the money we see you. This same thing that you said you spent 3 trillion on. Because the government has said that 3 trillion was electricity subsidy.
Okay, is this Falana's publication recently? Is this one?
No, this was 2024 now, when government said that one of their budget that they spent 3 trillion for electricity subsidy, and he challenged it. So I just thought to bring this to the fore. I mean, these are conversations that we should be having. So what is this confusion about? Because this will affect productivity. Manufacturers Association of Nigeria are already crying. Companies are closing down because they cannot afford electricity. The ones that even have the lights, the ones that don't have the lights.
Now what we have, Yahoo government.
Please, one second, please, 1 minute.
That is what we have.
60 seconds, please.
Yahoo. Should be that I agree that say like Yahoo government, all of us get.
Now your 60 seconds will be wasted. So I beg, just help me.
No, I'm not talking. Let others talk.
Okay, all right. Mr. Edwin, you want to say something?
After, let me gather my thoughts.
Mr. Edwin, you want to say something very quickly, sir?
Yeah, Tinubu said if he doesn't provide electricity in his first 4 years, which isn't good for him. So he has nothing to explain, because everything about him and his government is just fraud. Just like the way the Nigerian state is a fraud, Tinubu and his government is a fraud. So there's nothing to talk about, Precious. But what is there is that the Nigerian society, that is Nigerians, they have to take things into their own hands. If they don't hold this government accountable, they can, because they have fed Nigeria with lies from day one. And Nigeria shouldn't believe anything emanating from their offices or whatever they are. So Nigerians should have to come and demand for true accountability, not accountability at home. Because Nigerians, we like what I've said on several occasions, we're very docile. We're too passive. We just take everything they tell us. We just take it. And then we shrug our shoulder. Well, let's move on. So that's the way I see it. Because this electricity tariff, whatever, according to what Falana said, just read it properly. So what have they been subsidizing, or what have they been telling us about? Precious, let other people talk, because I don't want to talk so that I don't take.
Thank you. Mr. Chris Ikechuzen, you want to say something quickly, please?
No, we shouldn't be surprised. This is a government that is founded on deceit and propaganda and lies. It's a foundation that has been laid. It's not when we talk about the opposition in the first place, how many oppositions are talking? If not Mr. Peter Obi is speaking. The same opposition people, instead of talking about APC, everybody switch over to Mr. Peter Obi. So where is the opposition? The opposition that are supposed to be working in consonance to the same program are turning against a member of the opposition. They go to channel television. They go to platforms. The oppositions. Who are the journalists? Sorry, my brother, my sister, I'm happy you have left the stream media. What do you call it? The mainstream.
This particular show we're having is not airing on mainstream media every day. The only difference is that it airs on night times.
So it's like the journalists in Nigeria. Sometimes I just prefer these platforms, because you don't get anything out of them. It's just the same thing. So listen, are we surprised? No. But the point is that when you mention the opposition, my sister, that's why I'm telling you, where are they? Everybody's preparing their guns for Mr. Peter Obi, but we say we're opposition. We want to remove this government in power. And the oppositions are attacking their fellow oppositions. So tell me, how are we going to do it? I raised my case.
Thank you. So why don't you, Masa?
Yeah, I think that we have to be a little bit charitable to Tinubu because the power problem didn't start from him.
No, the one of contention here is not powerful, without due respect, sir. We're
Yes,
talking
hold on.
about the subsidy removal in power.
Yes.
The Buhari's administration stated it clearly. It's still there, that they have removed it. And then you came into power, you said you're removing it. That's why you put some people on band A. That's the people where they band A not supposed to be. That is, they don't come more subsidy for them. I make they pay that amount. The people for band B, C, and D, then just they pay small for them, different ratio. You understand? Now they say from January they go remove the rest of them. I mean, all of us go to band A, we go to pay the same thing. The question is, what subsidy did Buhari's regime remove?
What I'm trying
that they are now removing again.
What I'm trying to explain is that there has been a problem in the power sector, and every regime
before he was born.
Every regime that has come comes with a policy to try to see how they deal with it.
See why don't you, please? I don't have all the time. With all due respect, I know that you would like to play the devil's advocate on this, and I do appreciate that.
No, I'm not.
Because I understand what you're saying. See, it's just like hunger has been in Nigeria before president was born. We know that. So no need to remind us of something we know already. The point is, this particular one about this subsidy, make we focus on. We know, say we get light issue. We know that. There's no need regurgitating.
Precious, why are you surprised?
You're gone because we need to understand. I sorry for cutting you, TY, sir, but I just wanted it to go straight to the point. Let's not forget about that rhetoric.
I don't know if there's subsidy or no subsidy. So
I just showed the evidence.
I don't know because you told us here that the Buhari
regime said I did not write the news. Though
you say wait now. You say Buhari regime removed subsidy.
I show you evidence.
So we have also wait now. Let me talk. The time is going. We have also heard that there is subsidy on petroleum, and we heard also some people saying the subsidy has been removed. So the point is that there is a lot of confusion in this sector, and we don't know who's telling us the truth. That's what I'm trying to say. We don't know whether there's subsidy, whether there's no subsidy. I'm not interested in all those nonsense. I'm interested in giving Nigerian people light. Let them have access to light. And if electricity is going to be a problem, let them find alternatives. Let them begin to find out how people can be a little bit more prudent in their consumption pattern. And three, let Nigerians know there are devices that you can use that can help your consumption, lower it, the kind of bulb that you use, power savers, and so on and so forth. So those are the things that we should be talking about. Because the government is not transparent, that's why we're having this whole issue. If we had a transparent government, we would know. If they tell you we're removing subsidy, you know that there's subsidies. Right now, we don't even know whether there's subsidy or no subsidy. So I don't believe anything, but I believe that there's a big problem there unless an honest government that's going to come that will help us sort out the problem. And until that government comes, all these ones now just I don't know. I don't believe it.
Precious, let me ask you.
Okay.
Let me. If they remove the subsidy, will there be constant power supply?
That is the problem. It's not even possible to have constant lights. You know why? Because right now, first of all, we've been battling with 5,000 megawatts of electricity since Obasanjo's regime. In fact, it dropped significantly between Buhari's administration and early stage of Tinubu's administration, and they have now increased, supply production of megawatts. But the most challenge we have is in transmission. Remember that the production is privatized, the distribution is privatized, but the transmission, that is the connection between the production and the distribution, is still with government. And that is the problem, because there is more waiting to collapse every minute. Every minute it does a willow. You understand that? So the problem is not okay. So with now, I think what we have is just a little bit away from 10,000 megawatts that we still have. We cannot even transmit beyond that 5,000, meaning that we don't have capacity to transmit beyond that amount, or 6,000 megawatts. So even if we produce 20 to 30,000 megawatts, we won't have the capacity to transmit it. And we're not dealing with that issue. And then we're going ahead to remove this subsidy. I don't even have a problem with it.
The problem I see here
is that what subsidy did Buhari removed that we are now
Precious,
removing.
leave all
That's
those
one.
ones.
And on the other hand, on what
Leave
T.Y.
those ones.
Danjuma said, on what T.Y. Danjuma said, electricity tariff increased from I think less than 100 naira per kilowatts to 225 naira per kilowatts under Tinubu's administration. And as a government, I don't know how we encourage people to pay for what they do not have or at what they don't have access to. I don't know the conscience that we have to encourage people that they can pay for something that they're not getting constantly. And then you talked about managing your tariff and all that. I think that you just sounded a little bit like Adelabu while you said that. And I think that's a bit unfair on Nigerians. Because
Precious, let me say
sorry, sir, let me quickly land, sir. Because while I'm trying to say this is because I don't think there's anybody, I know that Nigerians have those that are lavish, but when it comes to manage life, to manage when they get to manage, Nigerians know how to manage real good. The problem is that this electricity is not even there in the first place. And for those that have to even manage, let me let you continue so that
Nigerians overmanage too much. That is why we tolerate every Tom, Dick, and Harry in governance.
Let me say this.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
sir.
go ahead.
Go ahead. No. Let me let you talk. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead, my brother. I'm just fed up.
You were talking.
Okay. Well, going to TY's T.Y. Adelabu's formula of cutting down. So, how much will you save in being prudent in light? Is it that when there is heat, you will not turn on, even if you don't get AC, you not go turn on fan?
Can I say something? Can I say something, sir? Please, answering your question. I think the major issue that we're failing to address is actually the purchasing power of Nigerians. And let me give you an example. Before people will say that, 225 naira per kilowatt is even cheap. In Dubai, it is 5,000 naira per kilowatt. In so place, it's also amount per kilowatt. Before we go to there, if, for instance, minimum wage in Nigeria, or the average pay, minimum wage is the average pay of a Nigerian. That's what that means, right? So if, for instance, minimum wage is 70,000 naira, for instance, and I'm not so good at math, so some of you who are good at maths can make the calculations. And a kilowatt of electricity is, let's say, 1,000 naira in Nigeria. And a kilowatt of electricity in the US is like 5,000 naira. And, like that across board. How many hours does a US worker have to work to afford that 5,000 naira per kilowatts? Versus how many hours will I have to work, or a Nigerian worker have to work to afford that 1,000 naira per kilowatts? I don't know if you get my point. It's just like the issue of fuel. When we look at some countries that will say, fuel is more expensive in Japan, it's more expensive in this social place, it's more expensive in social place. It's fine, even in the US. But what is the purchasing power of the people in those countries versus the purchasing power of people in Nigeria? People who barely even earn. You're charging them this much on the commodities that is a necessity. What would they now use to survive? So I know that government is always quick to compare that, in social country, fuel is like this, light is like this. Granted, but what is their purchasing power versus the purchasing power of the people you rule? Let's even leave purchasing power. How much do they spend on their politicians? How many of these countries rent houses, buy cars, buy this and that for their politicians versus how we pamper our politicians? So why do we not look at all of that? Why are we quick to look at, it is everywhere, so people should manage? But you politicians will not manage, and Nigerians cannot also hold them accountable to manage?
Nigerians can't hold them. That is the issue, Precious. You are right. Nigerians are not holding their leaders.
When you say Nigerians are not holding their leaders, what do you want Nigerians to do? Tell me, what do you want Nigerians to do? If you protest, they kill you.
Senators or cast of senators.
No, there are. Look, let me say something. Even if all Nigerians don't go there and march, we have the unions, the Nigerian Labor Congress. And all other unions. They are the ones that ought to hold forth for our citizens. Not that our citizens will come.
They have removed everybody's spine. Let me speak to this. I'm Precious, you want to go. Let me speak to this. Listen, when we started, I told you, I just read something before we came online that India said they were going to reduce their LNG for their citizens, 200 rupee of their money. This is 19 kg. They're going to reduce it by 200. Okay. Listen,
I don't know. I don't know why many times when this government do something, we get surprised. This is a government that said they stop subsidy. They stop paying subsidy on petroleum, right? But we see here that they are still paying subsidy.
Which one is that energy security we're spending money on? What is the definition of energy security? Show us what is the energy security that we're spending so much money on?
So this is a government that said they were going to remove
and the
subsidy.
government hasn't explained that to Nigerians yet. You know, the problem I have is that most times when these questions are asked, instead of the government to, I think that, I don't know if I will say this started in the APC administration, because I don't think I noted.
It started, yes. Because they don't know what they're doing. That's it. When you ask them questions, they fight you.
I wanted to say, I didn't notice much of this in Obasanjo, Yar'Adua, Jonathan administration. When people criticize key policies or actions of government, the next thing is that they will attack your character.
Because they don't know what they're doing.
How you're that. We're not talking about the core of the matter, because it affects Nigerians. So they will just use one bad man. See what Reverend Onayeko said. See what Boala is telling him. He's speaking for Catholics. He's not speaking for the rest of Nigerians. And that does it. And that's supposed to be okay.
And he doesn't know that even if he's speaking for Catholics are the majority of Christians in Nigeria. They have most numbers. So because our Pentecostals will not speak, they can. Why couldn't Can go? Can that will speak for the whole Nigeria. Then let Can go. Let PFN go. But if these reverend gentlemen have gone there with their robes and yet they are maligned that way, well, let's. But what I want to speak on this is when Mbakwe came to power in Imo State in 1979, okay, he built, for my station area, he built Amanako Power Station. We had power. It was still Ikemwachukwu that came and dismantled it. I don't know for what reason. It's still military. See the chaosness of the military. Ikemwachukwu came and dismantled Amanako Power Station that was giving us light. So to solve this issue of distribution and all the rest of it, why can't? And I'm surprised because when Tinubu was in power, he was fighting Obasanjo, who was president then, about Aaron coming to do electricity for Lagos State. So why can't every state let them empower, let every state generate their power? In this state that I am in, we have Georgia power. Even when you come, there is a local government, there is a county that has their own county power. They buy from Georgia Power and then they sell to the residents. So why can't every state in this country have their own power? I don't know how they generate it, but every state they have. Even Georgia Power on their own want to build a nuclear power plant on their own, just a state. So to solve this problem, whether subsidy or no subsidy, I rather have them not subsidize and let there be electricity, so that the vulcanizer can work, the tailor can work, the hair salon can work, the barber can work and make money and pay for their bills. Do not subsidize for me. Give me electricity 24/7. If I am a barber, I can work. And I will make money and pay.
You're taking time.
You know what that is there?
No,
I'm done. Let them give it to states. Let states generate their power.
Monies were provided for electricity.
Buhari who removed electricity, rail. I think some of these things from exclusive list, and that's why Oti could do what he's doing with private partners.
So why can't other states do it? Let the other states go ahead.
That is the question. The rest of them,
let other states go ahead and do
all that. They should be able to handle it now. That is why I'm even angry with the Southeast governors. Why are they not connecting their states by rail? What is this about everyone wanting to build airports? They should actually do something about railroad.
Airport that will not work.
How many
Precious, the whole thing still comes down to accountability. During Obasanjo's time, billions of dollars were earmarked for Nigerian electricity project. Those money were swindled. They were looted, and then no one was held accountable. If those billions of dollars were fairly utilized to make provision, to lay the foundation, the groundwork, I'm telling you, the distribution and all these things we are talking now would have been a thing of the past. Nobody has been held accountable for that up to tomorrow. So tell me how much those didactic, I don't know how to describe the Nigerian state. When people are not held accountable, what happens? Billions and billions of dollars. We're not talking about naira now. Billions of dollars, and they all vanished, thrown into thin air. And then Nigeria sat down, and we're all looking. We didn't hold these people accountable. Where did you go with our billions of dollars? And today we are looking for money. We are looking. Look, everything the APC is doing now. I'm not just totally blaming APC for the whole thing. It's all paperwork. There are no fundings or anything. Tinubu did not remove any subsidy. They didn't do anything.
If a political party has been in power for 11 years, you have to blame them for everything. 11 years is damn too long a time to correct the wrongs of the past. So
yeah, I understand.
I don't care whether poverty has been there before Tinubu came to power. I don't care whether there was even if there was no dam, even if Nigeria was a fresh country, there was no dam. 11 good years is a damn too long a time to rectify everything wrong in a country.
Yeah, but when everybody's looting, where will the fund come from? Nobody is held accountable because the rule of law doesn't exist. And Obasanjo started it. 16 billion. Conservatively, 16 billion. Looted. Nothing happened to them. Nothing happened to anybody. Buhari came. They continue in the same trajectory. Just looting, and when there are no laws, no foundation, it's just that electricity is not rocket science that we keep comparing US and UK and all those ones. Let's leave those ones. Let's deal with our problem internally.
And now they want to take our gas. They want to take our gas and give to Europe. They want to come to my backyard, take my gas, take our gas and go to Europe and power them. Meanwhile, you cannot take that gas and power your state.
Imagine governors
Why can't they take that gas? We have gas in Imo State, there is gas in rivers, there is gas all over. Why can't the Southeast governors use that gas and power our states?
Thank you guys.
Why would they give our gas to Europe to power themselves?
Good night,
until we
everybody.
fight corruption. It's corruption is what is happening. Even the privatization, it was corruption. Corruption rigging. How do you privatize the transmission and distribution in that kind of haphazard manner? It was all corruption. Everything is corruption. If
anybody in this platform that is hearing my voice, if you're from Asa or Haji Ebema, where this gas is coming from, do not allow the federal government to take our gas and give to Europe. They have to first of all use it and service us. They have to. If you are from Asa or Haji Ebema or Oguta, do not let them take our gas.
Until we have the rule of law, until we have law, until people are sentenced, people are dealt with. Regarding corruption is what has brought us to a standstill now. Corruption is why we are
precious. Thank you for coming.
So Mr. T.Y. Danjuma, you have any small thing to sprinkle?
No, we have to let you go.
Go and sleep.
Yeah. Precious, thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you. Hello, you want to sprinkle?
Yeah, I will speak to you personally. I will make a call to you because I'm living here very, very livid this night. I'm not happy at all.
Bro, that's okay now. Come on. This let what happened in Vegas stay in Vegas. Okay.
Sorry, sir.
It's okay. Leave it alone. Let what happened on this platform stay.
I beg, sir.
You know, this a woman, please let it be. Okay, whatever.
Oh yeah. No, I will just call. No, just one-on-one with Precious because I don't know how to insult people.
Do you know if I have BP already?
No, that's okay. Just leave it alone.
I don't know how to insult people. I don't know how to call people names. So
bro, leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Let's be supportive of her and people who are here. All these people that are sending all these messages, you have not subscribed. You don't say like. Go and subscribe. All the people sending all this message, if you go and subscribe, this platform will reach up to 50,000. You were still under 30,000, and you're all here making noise on your comments. Stop commenting. Go and subscribe and like.
They don't like me now. They say I know they support who they support. If I talk through government policies that affect people, they will say I need they support.
Next time I will start calling you people out. Go and subscribe and like.
You that is calling yourself empirical, go and subscribe. Pansats, go and subscribe.
Maybe I'll start doing membership so that it's only members that can come on board.
Maybe
I should get membership so that it's only members that can join the link. To
especially for comments. Yeah.
So if you're not if you're not a member, you cannot comment. Yeah, so that I can block them out.
Go and subscribe.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, Tiwa.
Right.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you, Mr. Edwin. I appreciate you. Good night. And
good night, precious.
Thank you.
Good night,
Thank you so much. Please protect your mental health. Oh, I beg now. I beg. Because while I need to finish. To everyone who's joined the show tonight, I'd like to say a very big thank you to you. Thank you so much for today. It's always a pleasure to have you guys join us and discuss issues we concern our country and how our country will use it better. I will do this again tomorrow evening, God willing. But at the meantime, don't forget to protect your mental health. See, life not get duplicated. Take your health very seriously. Till we see tomorrow evening, remember that I love you and I appreciate all of you big time. And I have a surprise to tell you guys.